All right, hit the go live button. And we'll do an audio check while I ping everybody. Ping everybody. Not Mulder chat, I always do that. That's my private admin thing and no one would be able to see it. Boom. All right, hit the go live button.
Cool.
We'll do an
We
audio
sound
check.
good.
How is everybody tonight? Swiss Pikeman, Retro Gaming, and Coops. How are you all? Tonight we have a Cool Umbrella special. He is another LAN battle tournament host that is making the rounds these days. It's his Friday Night Fights. He does it every week on Friday, sometimes in EU, sometimes in NA time zones. He tries out some new maps that we don't always see in the Vermin League and such. It's best of one until a best of three final. And blind picks all the way up until that final. Actually, yeah, even the final's blind picks, but yeah, good to see some different matchups, different stuff. Yes. Vampire Counts and Grand Cathay are banned. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I gotta do some blind picks. I'm fighting Strat Game on Crumbling Cliff. What does that even look like? All right, I'll take you over to my screen so you can't see the. It's me, Say Yab Numa. That is Human Boy SS backwards. You are correct. It's me. I'm back in the tent. All right, Strat Game's here. Map looks relatively open. I don't know anything else about it besides that. And being who we are, I am going to send in my blind pick. I will shock literally nobody with what I am blind picking, but it is a big old secret face. How are the Skaven meta doing? Haven't played in ages, but thinking of coming back recently. Skaven meta's good. Skaven are very, very strong. Norska versus Skaven. Okay. Skaven are very strong. They're in a good spot. Poison Globes need nerfs for now, a different reason than the original reason, but if you've been gone for a while, that sounds familiar. They still need nerfs, but it's tied to when they used to get one little globe onto you and then the tick of damage would do a ton. That got nerfed into the dirt. That does literally no damage anymore. It just fucking sucks. But explosion damage is entirely broken, so if you get a full volley of globes off onto an infantry unit, you'll legitimately take out 2/3 of its HP. So they're broken for a very different reason, but globes are still stupid. Everything else in the roster is fine, as it has been for a while. Norska! Sleeping is fucked now. What up, Hank Cyrus? Ogre blind for the following round? Maybe. Norska versus Skavinos. I can fuck with that. It gets still really good. And Flensing Ruin is actually stupid strong against Norska, because you know their caster and Lord is going to be quite snipeable. But I do really like Musk of Fear versus Norska. And Musk of Fear is only good if you can spam spells. So I think that's the two schools of thought, is either spamable spells with Musk of Fear or Flensing Ruin, no Musk of Fear. Let's do spamming spells. I prefer spamming spells. It's just more fun and interactive. It's the real boy made of hummus. That is me. I can confirm. I am made entirely of hummus. We'll take an assassin to just help protect Ikit, nerf down Wolfric and such. 4 Rat Ogres is pretty clutch. Triple Poison and Globes is also important. I will take a Natty Boobos just to pressure my opponent, or I could take Ikit Zap Zap to pressure them. Ikit Zap Zap is much more hit and miss. I've been disappointed by it many times. We'll go with the Natty Boobos. Front line of slaves. Yeah. Okay, this is looking fine. So now that I know how much money I'm dealing with, I can get a front line of Clanrat Spears. Triple Globe, Double Dogs, Rat Ogres, Ikit Claw. That's fine, but how much would it cost to get 2 gutter runners? These guys are pretty decent. And then throw the slaves in. I need a little bit more money back. Gutter runners are good, though. I can get a gutter runner without poison. Upgrade one of you to a spear. That could be good. Let's give it a shot. I was promised an uwu, rat boy. Where is my uwu? Uwu! Vile Urple, you smashed that like button. I'm sorry you now have to unsmash it because of the uwu. You're going to axe throwing tournament? Wait, you're going axe throwing tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds very fun, Hank. Hell yeah. From what I remember, Warhammer 2, the engineer is a cheaper lord with better items. True, but Ikit has become super meta. He is just very good. He has better stats. I think on the Doom Wheel, which is the mount you normally take him on now, the Doom Wheel, he is cheaper for better stats. Well, like, he is more expensive, but he has enough stats that it makes it more worth it. I don't know. Ikit's generally considered to be better at the moment. Could you pick something with those throwing axes for me next round? If I end up in a faction that has them, sure. But I might be playing ogres, because you told me to. Okay, this is the map. He just starts on a big-ass hill. Alright, alright. Just gets a fucking hill. Yeah, and he has the build I was worried about. I don't know the specifics of this build, but I have run into builds like this before. When they have that few models, it's like maybe 2 Manticores, Wolfric, and a Caster or something. We are on the BBB rules, so I think it's back to 5 single entities, but the main point is it's just Norska wants to play this with as many single entities as they can shove in, and then a couple chariots and skinwolves. But they take very, very few, like, you know, units per se, like very few infantry, maybe just all dogs and all skirmish cav and shit. I don't know. So we'll be ready for anything. And with a build like that, it makes me really wish I had taken Flensing Ruin rather than the spamming stuff. But oh well. We decided to have a little fun. Because the Flensing Ruin, while it's good, it's very boring. Okay. Cool, cool. I will have an assassin run around and try and block up anything that happens. And yeah, this is us. Parry you. Everything else goes together, and then I'll tell Strat I'm ready. What up, Cool Umbrella? How you doing? Umbrella, what is going on with this hill? What is going on with this hill? My opponent just gets to start up on a fucking hill like he owns the place, and I have to sit down in the slums like a pleb. Alright, Throg, shitload of Skinwolves, Marauder Horsemasters, dogs. They're armored Skinwolves too. Okay. And then more Horsemasters. Sounds good. Okay, so we're just turning him, getting some good damage down. We actually managed to route one, which, depending on the angle, might run straight off the map, which would be pretty fun. That would be pretty funny. It didn't run right off the map. Lame. Okay, Giselles are shooting at skirmish cav. Ah! That Marauder Horsemaster actually ran off the fucking edge of the map. That's funny. Alright. I don't want to overchase. There's ice wolves and fucking skin wolves and shit out there. Okay. Gutter Runner is gonna fall back. Globes can go say hi to anybody they want to. And Assassin's gonna back off now that Frog's backed off. You guys are gonna come over here and throw your globes. Giselles, shoot at that Marauder Horsemaster before he really knows what's going on. Globes, go get that. And then Ikid is gonna chuck out this to lower everybody's melee attack by a whole bunch. And also chuck down an Assassin's Trophy for the same effect. Gonna need to pull over some of my ogres. Gutter Runners will have to do their best. Meanwhile, Ikit will check out this here. Because why not? Globes are dealing with all that, so Skaven Slaves will come back home. We shattered off those things. I'm being pinged on my server, but it'll have to wait. As you guys are going to come back here and deal with this. You guys come here, deal with this. You guys come here, deal with this. You try to walk away. There is a mage over there. We'll have the Giselles take care of him. Let's check that out. I just, again, want the debuff. It needs to get away from here. Giselles are still trying to deal with that thing. Globes will kill this. Okay, let's let the dogs chase off the skin wolves. Unless they're gonna fucking rout. Which would be bad. But anyway. Giselles are dealing with that. Rat ogres come over here. I think it's apparently in danger somewhere. Okay, it's just being followed. No big deal. Throw that down again to lower everybody's leadership and melee defense. Dogs are kind of running rampant on our back line here. So, we'll do our best to deal with that. It's looking kind of scuffed though. My dogs are going to go hit his dogs. Assassin's still fighting Throg. I'm gonna come do this. Check out that.
Kill contraptions at hand. Wields the winds. No tail. Nobody's master of masters.
Okay, so we got Gutter Runners back. These guys are trying to hold out. Globes need to get away from there. We have a whole bunch of support coming. And we have Gutter Runners. Assassin's still trying to hunt down Throg. Check out the leadership bomb to try and get these skin wolves to terror out. But do seem to be running into a bit of a staying problem. Ikit is not doing any damage to this guy. Somehow Throg is keeping up with Ikit, even though I am faster. Throg is definitely keeping up with Ikit and just constantly hitting him. Okay, I at least got to get inside track so I can flee inwards. But yeah, he's just constantly hitting Icket in the back of the head, and that's really, really annoying me. Oh my god, and Icket even runs towards the edge of the map anyway. What the fuck, dude? That's so messed up. That is so fucked up. How did he constantly stay on Icket? Like, I know I was chill frostbitten or whatever, but I still, even while frostbitten, had more speed. And still I couldn't get away. And then I got him to the other side, and still he decides to run past Throg and route off the map. That is the stupidest shit. Alright, it's GG, unfortunately. That was dumb. That was mega dumb. I'm so salty about that. I should have just been a degenerate and took Flensing Ruin. I should have. I understand that. But I'm still really salty how that turned out. Because, like, Armored Trash Wolves just won without even doing that well. Like, Throg just put the whole game on his back, I guess. Yeah, I'm so mad about that. That is dumb. This is the dumbest shit. Yeah, that's dumb. I've said a few times the charge animation needs a cooldown. Yeah. It was still dumb. God damn. Because he just like soloed him out. It also felt like, I don't know, everything felt unbreakable, which is weird for Norska. Normally Norska routes really easily, but this shit just wouldn't go anywhere. So Assassin's trying to fight Throg. Not really getting a whole lot done. Icket rolls away, yada yada, yada yada. Things are going okay for us. Icket rolls away, then he gets caught on a Skin Wolf, then he tries to roll away. Throg runs up, Throg hits him. Here I fight this fucking Norskin chief forever, never get anything done. Icket's just cycle charging him, he's not getting anything. And then here, 2 speed faster than Throg. Hit, hit, hit. He's just walking inside me, hit, hit, hit. And then this, I get on the other side of him and Icket turns around to run off the map anyway, even though he should be running away from Throg, which would be up here to safety. Fucking bitch. No, not exit to Windows. That's so sad. That's the saddest thing ever. Alright, so we're waiting for our next game. Nobody's ready yet. Those are the type of games I get salty about, right? Like, I don't get salty about every game I lose. I get salty about games that you lose and you feel like it's bullshit. Oh yeah, someone pinged me. What was that about? Indeed. Yeah, we get some skirmish cav off early. Armored Skin Wolves only have 65 leadership. How the fuck did they hang on for so long? And then Ice Wolves beat the absolute brakes off my dogs, which I recently played a game of Norska versus Skaven, and Wolfrats beat the Norskan Ice Wolves when the Norskan Ice Wolves got the charge on the Wolfrats. So I guess that was just some RNG, because those Ice Wolves fucking clapped my guys. I'm saying it was RNG when my Ice Wolves got beat by Wolfrats that I got the charge on and they were sitting still, and they still lost. That one was definitely some RNG. I just want to see the routing thing again. Because I know Throg just gets infinite charge animation, but since we're waiting anyway, I just wanted to see it. So then I know he's going to route, so I pull him to the other side. So now the direct angle, because see, normally, and it's funny because I'm showing you an example where it didn't work for some reason, but normally, like 99 times out of 100, if your lord's going to route, you want to position the enemy lord behind you, where the white line is, so that your character will take a route away from them into the map, especially with the Skaven passive Scurry Away. You get plus 10% speed when your leadership is low. So all those things combined is why I did that with Ikit. And he just fucking turns around to go off the map anyway, like a dumbass. I've played thousands of games. I know how fucking routing works, and he should not walk into the enemy he's running away from. Because I don't know about you guys, if in campaign, this is a little bit of campaign knowledge, if you want to spam more heals on your single entities and a battle's over, you could just you can literally run in circles around an AI and make them constantly route in a circle so they can't get off the map until you're done full healing all your single entities, then you can let them run off the map. I do it all the time. It's great. Except for when I need fucking Ikit to run away from Throg, and then he's like, hey, Throg, guess you can just get a couple more free hits on me and I'm gonna run off the map, you dumb piece of shit. Whatever, I'm not salty. I am. I'm very salty. All right, we got another game. Black Knight and Fat Kid at Recess. I'm gonna go spectate that. All right. I messaged the players that I would like to spectate their game. All right, they got a lobby up. Let's go. I don't see what it's called, so I'm just gonna use the code. The code that was sent to me. Paste this one. It is Horse Dark. Interesting. And then I need a blocker for when they do eventually make armies, though their blind picks aren't done yet, so no real rush. And Black Knight's not even here, so extra no rush. There we go. And then move it down a couple levels so it's behind the webcam. Done. Blockers up. Skaven interface. Rival clan wanted to bring the greatest of Warlock Masters down. It is pretty funny. Yeah. So the two things I can take away from that you should do is one, on the build wise, versus Norska, where I literally said it before, you're expecting like mass single entities and as few models as possible, which is a smart tactic. You probably want Flensing Ruin. I am bored of Flensing Ruin, so I didn't want to take it in a mostly for fun. Like, it's not for fun that people are trolling, but like it's a for fun quote unquote tournament because it's blind picks, so it's not really super competitive. And Umbrella's trying out some new maps, so yeah. If you were playing that more seriously in a tournament, you want Flensing Ruin. Otherwise, that build was a fine build. And then the claw thing happened, but sometimes shit sucks, you know? Can't plan for that. So the only build thing I would suggest you actually change if you're playing that matchup on like Quick Battle or something is take Flensing Ruin. Flensing Ruin is better against normal armies, but Flensing Ruin is also... Wait, no. Yeah, the spamming of spells and the spamming of the debuff is better against normal armies. But Flensing Ruin is always good, since it's buffs. And against armies that are going to counter yours, Flensing Ruin is critical. So, yeah, you should definitely take that. Smaller enough, especially with the divide, you know most players. Always bring 5 gutter runners. Gutter runners are very good. They did do quite well. They made a lobby called Hubby Join Here, but they didn't include a spec slot. Now the spec slot's there. What are you talking about? How big is the multiplayer community? How often do you find yourself... Oh. Quick battles? Very... Okay, I wouldn't say very large, but larger. Tournament community is pretty small. I know a lot of the people I play against. I know a majority of the people I play against in the tournament community. So, yeah. Always bring 5 gutter runners. They're solid. They're very solid. I think if Poison Wind Globes finally get the nerf that they deserve, gutter runners will become super critical in a lot of matchups. Gutter runners are a good unit that aren't taken very often because there's a great unit right next to them. But gutter runners are actually really solid. Why do you think Beastman Zinch is favored for Zinch Hubby? Blue Fire Spam from Flying Lords. Gaze of Fate can also make for a lot of sniping opportunities. Burning Chariot of Zinch with the Gaze of Fate can make for a lot of sniping opportunities because the Beastman Air Force is rather weak. The only way you can win the air fight as Beastman is like with an all-in investment on aerial prowess, and then if Zinch isn't trying to air cheese you and the Beastmen go all in on aerial stuff, they suffer greatly because their air units aren't as good at, like... Because, you know, if Zinch doesn't take the air fight, he can use blue and pink horrors to shoot up at you, he can use blue fire, he can use nets, like all these things, he can use skirmish cav, all these things. And if he has the aerial advantage, he can snipe out Torox, he can snipe out your caster, he can snipe out everything you have. But the Beastmen Air Force, if they secure this guy, they're all melee units. They have to come down and fight anyway. And they're usually you're paying for flying that you're not going to get to use. Because blue and pink horrors will hold up against harpies all day, so it doesn't matter. So, yeah. I think the aerial superiority, the really strong sniping spells, the Beastmen's lack of magic damage on a lot of their units can make it really, really hard. I've also found that Chaos Warriors can be difficult. The Beastmen can win it, but I do think it's Zinch favored, where it's like Zinch can go Chaos Warrior spam, they can go air spam, they can go traditional build, they can go skirmish, they can skirmish / kite with like skirmish cav and soul grinders of Zinch and all this shit. And Beastmen, either you all in on trying to stop the air cheese or you do a normal Beastman build, but it's just you have a lot less options, I've found. How's it Fortniting my gamists? Oh, it's great. I love Fortniting. Bringing artillery to DDs for free. Yeah, gutter runners are still really good. Thank you for having me, hosting and helping, Dark Horse. How did it go? How did it go? You fought Fat Kid at recess? Did it go okay? Or was it terrible? Was it a bad time? Okay, alright. I gotta go do my job. Cool. Alright. Sorry. Cool Umbrella's in a fight now, and he does all the blind picks, so they had to send me their blinds, because otherwise he is the blinder blind to be blinded. Tell Black that Dragon Imric is boring if he has him. Oh, we're gonna find out. Could have gone better. He played well. Yeah. I saw Coops was mentioning it to you, but we do have a Discord server, and we have a new player chat in that Discord server, where new players can find other new players and play games where they don't get stomped. What up, Platty? How you doing? Morgar's Monsters a few units above 1k gold. I feel like you could get kited, especially with like Burning Chariot and dumb bullshit, but I don't know. I've only seen that matchup like 3 times, and Tzeentch won all 3 of them, but it was Lenorm, who's a pretty solid Tzeentch player. I think like Lenorm twice, Hanniden's once. I don't remember who the Beastman players were though. So it'd be like interesting to see like, you know, a best of 10 only Beastman and Tzeentch and see how it goes. But so far 3-0 to Tzeentch. Maybe not like testing circumstances. Okie dokie. Both builds are still setting up. Looks like the Wood Elves are mostly ready. So for Fat Kid at Recess, we do have 2 Blade Singers. I recently took them versus High Elves, and I actually had a pretty good time of it. So maybe Blade Singers are secretly OP. I did think they could maybe do some work, because the big problem of getting through the High Elves is their stupid high melee defense. Which, I say stupid high saying it is a very high stat, not stupid as in it's actually dumb. I think High Elves deserve to have really good melee stats because all their units are expensive. I think that is fine. But Blade Singers with their 48 melee attack and plus 12 bonus for infantry, that gives them 60 melee attack. They can actually get through a Spearman front line, and then the Leathern Sea Guards and Archers in the back will have a bad time. Other than that, we have Eternal Guard, a whole bunch of Glade Guard with Hagbane tips and regular, and then triple Treekin, one of which is the Firebark Elders. On the ground, we have a Spellweaver of Life with Dwellers Below, Earthblood, and then some of her random abilities. Looks like we have a Deep Vanguard of 2 Glade Riders with Spears. Okie dokie. No side for Black Knight. Do have Imric on his dragon, that is his favorite lord. 4 Spearmen, 2 Archers, another Spearman in the back, and then Dragon Princes, Dragon Princes, Dragon Princes, and 2 Illyrian Reaver Archers with a Life Mage to support Imric and the very expensive Dragon Princes. I think Wood Elves are going to be in for a nasty surprise. The Blade Singers won't have a whole lot to do. Sure, they'll chew through the Spearmen, but the main threats they have to contend with are Dragon Princes, which I think this build from Fat Kid at Recess might be woefully unprepared to deal with. I don't know what's going to kill the 3 Dragon Princes. Like, maybe the Archers, but the Archers are going to need to get a spot where they can sit and shoot for a long time with the Dragon Princes, and that's more on Black Knight to make a mistake than it is on Fat Kid at Recess to, like, play it well. You know what I mean? Like, if he had his own cav where he could screen them out, I mean, he does. He has 2 light cav, but they can't stop 3 heavy cav plus 2 light cav. Anyway, so if you have your own cav, or if you have nets or something, then it's more on you, but with mostly infantry and some monstrous infantry that are ridiculously slow, it is going to be hard for the Wood Elves to dictate the pace of the battle. See what he does. The nice part about Glade Guard is they can fireball moving. So as they walk forward on the High Elves, they can shoot, and if the High Elves really want to walk away from them, they will suffer. Glade Riders coming out of the forest, their Forest Vanguard a little early. It looks like they're trying to get to the Archers, but they're getting blocked up by Dragon Princes and Imric himself. But while that's happening, the Glade Guard are out trading some Illyrian Reaver Archers, so I guess all is well that ends well. And a nice little shot on these Archers, though. It looks like actually there was 0 impact damage, and now the Glade Riders are caught. That was weird how little impact damage they got. But yeah, both Glade Riders taken out with gusto. Meanwhile, the Glade Guard are shooting at Imric, shooting at some skirmish cav, shooting at some Archers, just shooting. I'm 1-0, but my opponent, I don't think, plays Tzeentch. Yeah. Quick Dwellers Below, onto the Archers. Looks like Recess is not really about dealing with the Archer fight. It was Overcast. It seemed like. I don't know. I saw her take Overcast damage. Which, an Overcast to Dwellers Below, what does it even do? Just a greater effect on speed. Yeah, okay. That's generally why that spell is an Overcast. But, still mostly deletes these Archers. And Blade Singers are now coming to the fore. And they can really take out those Spearmen. But a nasty breath attack from Imric does about a third of her HP and happens to hit the Blade Singers. So that was a good 2-for-1 there from Black Knight. Though while he is sitting here, he is taking shots from 3 different Archer units, so he will want to move soon. Damage values are rather similar. Black Knight's currently slightly in the lead, and his Dragon Princes haven't gotten engaged yet. The Wood Elves are currently sitting inside of a forest, though one of the Glade Guard with Hagbane tips got out way beyond its depth, and it's now going to get run down by some Illyrian Reavers. And Imric himself dives onto Glade Guard, though they are protected by Blade Singers. They'll have to watch out a little bit, as a regrowth is going to take him right back to full HP. Glade Guard get caught, Glade Guard get run down. Some Treekin are trying to help out. So we only have 2 Glade Guard that are left healthy, and Dragon Princes are slipping into the formation right now to try and shut them down. Though with the Firebark Elders and other Eternal Guard nearby, I doubt that'll really deal much damage, and you can see the Dragon Princes are already starting to pull away. Cool, cool. Things looking good for the High Elves so far. Though these Glade Guard are actually allowed to live, they might be able to rally and throw a couple volleys somewhere. This is a bad spot for these Dragon Princes. Their shield isn't helping them because they're facing backwards to the archers. They're charging forwards into this stuff, but they're currently surrounded by spearmen and monstrous infantry, and they're getting shot by arrows. They're really not enjoying it, but the arrows actually have better things to do, deciding to shoot at Imric, who's now surrounded by Firebark. Wait, those are normal Treekin. Normal Treekin, Blade Singers. There's plenty of healing for the High Elves to throw his way. Big Dwellers below, we will see if the High Elves notice it, but it doesn't look like they will, and that will actually do incredible damage, taking out a whole Dragon Prince unit and some Spearmen. That is a good cast from Recess to try and get back in this game. Damage value is spiking up. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Dragon Prince count, full health one there, full health one here, and Imric himself is doing alright, though his heal cap will show up soon because he's gotten so much healing, I doubt the heal cap is far off our sight, but 1 out of 3 Dragon Princes is gone. Firebark Elders pouring forward, but with nothing to defend the backline at this point. The Glade Guard are collapsed upon by both Elune Reaver archers. It looks like maybe even these Dragon Princes will be sent into the fight. 2 Glade Guard on the far side are super wounded. They have rallied. They could turn and start firing, but all the way out there, it's just a matter of time until one of the High Elf Cav pieces goes and runs them down. Spellweaver of Life, now in a fight with Dragon Princes. She will lose that. Her only 15 armor will not be enough to save her from the Dragon Princes, even though they don't have armor piercing or anti-large. They're still plenty elite enough to get this job done. With the last of the archers being compromised and the mage getting sniped out, I think it is only a matter of time until the GGs come in. The Wood Elves still have a decent core of Treekin left, but Treekin are blockers. They aren't really damage dealers, so I think with enough cycle charging and breath attacks, this will be a tough spot for the Wood Elves to get out of. Spellsinger of Life chucks quick Earthblood on herself, just trying to stay alive, but it is in vain as she routs in the end. I think that'll be a High Elf W. Yeah. Don't know what else to say at this point. I mean, even all these units trying to surround Imric, he can just walk out of it. Even if they killed Imric here, which I doubt. I mean, these 2 Black Knights, Dragon Princes, sorry. These Dragon Princes could run over the entire map. Because the archers are all still routing, Lord's dead. And even Imric, surrounded by spears and Treekin, is still just kicking tons of ass. His heal cap's in sight. That's because he's getting another regrowth onto himself. Yeah. Umbrella and I disagree on how to play Beastmen. That's one of the fun things about the game, is that you could play them differently. Last game curious. It's true, Izzy. It's true. It is. I, 1, think some bullshit happened last game. But 2, yeah, I lose from time to time. Shit happens. Cat with Beastman always. Cav and fast infantry speed is amazing. Granted, that's how I played Beastman a year ago. And Kaido's rarely optimal. Beastman wide builds are generally good. I like this battle. There are elves dying. I don't like this battle because there are elves existing. That was pretty funny. Wood Elves. Eternal Guard would be better if it wasn't fighting spirits, letting the blades do the work instead of block it. Yeah. What up, Manuel? How you doing? How you doing? Dragon Prince's got great value. Illyrian River Archers also did fine. Imric did well. Archers did okay. And Spearmen also did fine. Spellweaver of Life did her job. Bladesinger struggled to find value, so did the Treekin. Archers did overall quite well, and Eternal Guard Spears did fine. Glade Riders rode the struggle bus. It was, in fact, a GG. Believe in Acer supremacy? No! Sabrus versus your mum. Okay. Looks like they don't have a game set up. We're going to watch Cool Umbrella versus the Phoenix King as soon as I figure out what map it is. Is it... I think it's Believe in Us or Supremacy, honestly. But it doesn't have a spec slot. Yeah, it is Asur Supremacy. Okay, there's a spec slot open. I'm leaving. Blocker. Nice. Just last second. Alright, Lizardmen High Elves, we're getting right into a game. If you take a real world army pre-gun only against one of the 3 elf factions, what would you want to verse who? I don't know. I don't know. Pre-gunpowder? I would want to say the French in the medieval era because their army was like always widely regarded, but then any battle I've heard about it, they got fucking toasted on by some English boys with bows, so maybe they suck. I don't know. Probably a Viking Raider army at that point. So it'd be Viking Raiders versus probably Wood Elves. Probably. Because shields go burr. What up, fat kid at recess? How you doing? I'm sorry, it's current year. I missed you. Hey, Black Knight. Black Knight and Kid at recess both showing up after their game. I'm gonna go to sitting mode while these guys figure their shit out. Rip those Vikings versus Wood Elf Kite? Yeah. Hey, dare you sounded not enthused about knife ears. Alright. Let me adjust my camera real quick. Boom. Boom! We're in it. Alright, what do we got here? Cool Umbrella repping the Lizardmen, who are also a faction I've really been enjoying recently. Now, enjoying and good are different. I think Lizardmen are solidly B or C tier, depending on your argument. I think they are a middle faction. I think they're very fun. Good and fun are different. Now, I don't think they're bad by any means. It's just if somebody's like, what? How dare you say you like Lizardmen right now? They're terrible. It's like, yep, I was not arguing for their quality. I've just been having a lot of fun. So what do we have here from Umbrella? Red Crest Skink Chief. I have been advocating for him for a while. Now, I like him on foot. I've noticed Umbrella really likes him on his Velociraptor, but I think we can agree about the stronger points of him is his anti-large, armor-piercing, pretty insane melee stats on such a cheap lord. I think this lord is just above 1,000 gold. So 55-45 with poison is pretty insane. Opal Amulet and Warrior's Crest give him even more melee stats. So he is a powerhouse. I really think the community is sleeping on how good he is. Skink Priest of Beasts has Curse of Honor here and Flock of Doom. Those are probably the best 2 spells for that lore. And then it's a bunch of cavalry. Feral Cold Ones paired with Cold One Spear Riders, and on the other side, Feral Cold Ones paired with Cold One Spear Riders and a Cold One Rider. For the infantry, it's Mass Skinks. I really like the Saurus buffs coming into Warhammer 3, but still the meta is tough for the source to fit in. There's 1 or 2 of them in armies, but not a ton. Skinks are still really cost-effective, especially these javelin-throwing kind, with true red-crested Skinks for some armor using in the back. That is the Lizardman build. For the High Elves, we have 5 Shadow Warriors from Dwarves Require No Skill, which is the Phoenix King. He's on my mod team for the Vermin League, so he's a pretty cool guy. Triple Silver Helms, triple Spearmen. We do have a Prince on a dragon, not Emmerich, with all of his abilities. Prince is actually pretty sick. and then Mage of Life with Regrowth and Earthblood. The one thing I'll say about the Prince real quick before we get too deep into it, the Phoenix King, I think he's the one I learned this from. There was a player in Warhammer 2, and if it's not the Phoenix King, then I apologize, but someone was taking the Prince seriously in serious tournaments, and I really liked it, and I tried it a few times, and it was really good. And before everybody caught on to how good Imric was, including me, I didn't know, I started out Warhammer 3 using the Prince a lot, and I liked him. I liked him a good amount, so still a good lord. If Imric gets nerfed and Star Dragons don't, I definitely expect the meta to shift over to the Prince if people like having a powerful melee Dragon Lord, because this guy's insane. Fire damage, armor piercing, plus 24 melee attack, plus more armor piercing, then he has stand your ground, deadly onslaught. The Bane Shield I usually don't take, but I guess it's there. Foe Seeker is great, so you can keep him at near perfect vigor. You can give him a ton of great melee buffs. I think he is very good. I think Imric might be better at the moment, but we'll see. Silverhelm's going to take a bit of a ballsy charge. Now, they do great damage on the first initial instance of damage, but now they're surrounded by Velociraptors, some of which have spears on their backs. So these Silverhelms are going to have a bad fucking time. But it looks like the Phoenix King's focus is over here, where he gets a good charge on some sleeping Coldwind Riders. They didn't quite see it coming. You can see when they get a clean charge off onto them, they will take a lot of damage over there. But this Silverhelm is right fucked. He might be able to walk away, but we'll see. Prince is going to land, help out his spearmen and calves, so this is going disastrously bad for the Lizardmen on this flank, while the other flank is going great. Meanwhile, the Shadow Warriors are continuing to kite away, but these guys have used so much of their fucking ammunition. What the hell? They're already all half out of ammo. We're 2 minutes into the game. Calm down. They're deleting some skinks, but Jesus. All right, anyway, spearmen and stuff, push off some Coldwind Spear Riders. Feral Cold Ones aren't faring too much better, and the Prince is going to go for a nasty breath attack onto a big clump of Feral Cold Ones. Owie! Owie, owie. Oh, these are Coldwind Riders, yeah. So none of them are having a good time, but Silverhelms on the far side broke, as we saw, and honestly, the Shadow Warriors running this low in ammunition early can be pretty decent for the Lizardmen, but Coldwind Riders are actually going to catch one out entirely. Half health it super fast on the charge. Cavalry do be kind of wild. Bane Shield comes in from this High Elf Prince. He's trying to save his Silverhelms, but it's a little late for them. Where are the other Silverhelms that are over here? Ooh, they're over chasing. They need to come back. They need to come back and help bail out this situation with a rear charge or something. High Elf Mage is running away. Cool Umbrella has caught up on the damage value very, very swiftly ever since he actually got to engage in the melee, and we see one Shadow Warrior is already running. Another Shadow Warrior is also going down. 3 more are still kiting away. It looks like they're shooting at these red-crested skinks, but they really need to be peeling the cav off of their friends, but also off of themselves, because when it's done with their friends, it's coming for them. Prince is still full HP, we still have a Life Mage, and 3 Shadow Warriors are left. Now, High Elves are certainly not out of this. It has just been a good series of play from the Lizardmen to get back in this game, because this flank was disastrous for the Lizardmen. They had a real, real bad time. Coldwind Riders barely hanging in there. Another breath attack from Imric. Gonna almost delete an entire Feral Coldwind unit, as well do some good damage to the Jab Skinks. The Cav component has moved on from killing their second Shadow Warrior, though one did rally off in the distance, and they are now working on their third already. You can just see that impact damage is quite huge. Elves are in a bit of trouble. I'm gonna have to do something to turn this game around. Good cycle charging onto the cohort of Sotek. They don't have charge defense or anything like that, so charges against them do a lot of damage. You only get so many off before these Feral Cold Ones start to nibble on your buns. Ooh, and Curse Honor here, plus Poison, reducing their speed down to 47. They're having a hard time getting away. And a rear charge from Coldwind Riders, gonna pen in the Silverhelms. Very, very nice play from Lizardmen. Player very tenacious, staying in this game. On the far side, High Elves are slowly dying. Their Spearman frontline is finally starting to falter, and they're waiting for the Shadow Warriors to carry them to victory. But the Shadow Warriors are a little bit busy at the moment, as more of them are run off the map. The last 2 left are stuck in melee combat. The Prince is also stuck in melee combat, and I'm getting very, very scared for the High Elves' chances of winning this game. As is that a full health? That's a close to full health Coldwind Spear Rider coming to join the fight with another half health buddy. Quick Flock of Doom cast onto these guys. Maybe one of these cav units could come over and ensure the Shadow Warriors die, but it looks like they're just much more focused on catching out this Prince, and he is going to have a very, very bad time. He doesn't have his melee buffs up. He's about to take a charge. He is now surrounded by armor-piercing anti-large units plus random skinks. I don't think there's no Dwellers below to punish the blob or anything like that, so it's up to the Silverhelms to try and get him out of this, and they're currently surrounded by their own fucking problems. I think that is going to be GG for the High Elves. Big overcasted Earthblood. Trying to keep him healthy, but a Curse of Honor here is going to come down just about now. Yep. And try and stop him from doing any of his good damage. All the Shadow Warriors are routing, Silver Helms are routing, and that will leave just the Prince and the Life Mage on their own, which will soon send us into army losses. And it is a GG. Sitting mode engaged. Haha. I love ogres right now, not the best faction, super buggy. Yeah, I have also been really loving the ogres, even though they feel kind of jank sometimes. When they work, they're so fun. Shadow Warriors did okay. They mostly got caught, and they shot a lot of their rounds into skinks, but I mean, to be fair, that's all there was. But I think when the cavalry got engaged, they did need to switch over onto shooting the cavalry. Silver Helms did all right. The Prince did okay, but this was just a lot more Raptor Cav than I think the Hives were expecting. Red Crested King Chief probably paid for himself. Still had a lot of love left to give. Colden Spear Riders and Colden Riders did well. Skinks and Saurus walked forwards a bunch. Feral Cold Ones did fine. And Skinkor's Javelins actually, okay, mixed value. Because these two did really well and then the rest did poorly. So mixed, but it's GG. What's the most fun Lizard Legendary Lord in campaign? I've never gotten around to playing as them. I really like Krokgar. I really like Krokgar. The High Elf color scheme is good. Thanks for the Discord blast, Black Knight. You're a hero. Shadow Warriors are fine, not great, not terrible. I agree with that take, yeah. Really well managed Shadow Warrior play looks fine, but I would not be upset if Shadow Warriors got a buff. I don't think they need it, but I wouldn't be upset. Black Knight, the fun part about that is you can always rewind the stream and watch what you want to watch. Now, Black Knight versus Cool Umbrella. Might as well go into that so we can cast both semifinals. Which naive dragon cousin? Alrighty. So I'll find Black Knight versus Cool Umbrella. They'll be sending me their blind pick soon. You do both semis? Yeah, because they're best of one, John. Well, we'll just bang through them nice and quick. Would Shadow Walkers have been better there? I honestly usually see Shadow Warriors do better than Shadow Walkers. They feel really expensive. Yeah. I could see arguments for Shadow Walkers. Wait. I could see arguments for Shadow Warriors being fine. I didn't say great. Because you kind of you have to play your ass off to make them look good. And even then, it's not like you play your ass off and make them look OP. They just look good. So, excuse me. I don't know. I think on the tier list of things, though, that's pretty low on the list of buffs or nerfs that the game needs, right? If the next patch, Shadow Walkers... No, fuck. I always do that. If Shadow Warriors got a buff, but VC got untouched, I would be pissed. If Shadow Warriors got a buff, but Nurgle got untouched, I would be pissed. If Shadow Walkers got a buff, but Malekith on his dragon, or Soul Stealer, or Malice, or Scourge Runners, or War Wagons, or got touched, I would be pissed, right? So it's the big thing you're comparing to is a lot of huge nerfs and buffs that need to happen, and the Shadow Warriors are just kind of there, where it's these are fine, right? So they need love, but I don't think it should be CA's priority. Finally started using Spirit Leech, and damn, it's way too useful. It is really good, John FB. but I also like using Imrik. All right, we got to go find Black Knight's game. Because apparently he couldn't join it. So, sorry, one sec. I messaged both the players. They did their blind picks to me because Umbrella's involved. It's Greenskins versus High Elves. Okay, we got a lobby. Sorry, Black Knight was having issues joining Cool Umbrella's game, so we found a new one. Alrighty. John, if you're still in the chat, you can get your semifinal set up and do your blind picks and stuff, and get your armies ready, and we'll be right there when this is over. But feel free to do your blind picks and get your army set up. And if you want to, you can send me your blind picks, since I'm just chilling and Umbrella is like creating his build / playing. So you can send me your picks. So we have this best of one, a best of one of the other semifinal, and then a best of 3 finals. And that is the stream. The Friday night fights are usually quite quick and to the point, since everything's blind pick and best of one till the finals. So, why using your real name on your account? What? I think I have an idea on how to explain the link pronunciation of my name. A is in like Arthas, U is in Ulthuan, and E like Gotrek. Oh, I see. I see what you did there. You picked a bunch of ones that people pronounce either way. Thumbnail reminds me of Limp Bizkit. Yeah, it's Friday Night Funkin'. But then I switched it. Teehee. Oh, God. It's High Elves versus Dwarves in the other semifinal. So this semifinal is Greenskins versus High Elves. The other one is High Elves versus Dwarves. High Elves very popular tonight. So I have my real name on a lot of stuff because I like sell board games and books and shit. So my real name is out there. People know it. Anyway, but my phone is logged in on my personal account, and then I have a streamer account that is Human Boy Yes Yes, because I like different content on my different channels. Like the Human Boy Yes Yes channel, I'm like pretty much only subscribed to Warhammer content to keep an eye on the community and all that stuff. And then my normal phone account, I have like documentaries I listen to news channels and shit like that. So it's stuff that I wake up to every day. I go through my subscriptions, and anything I'm subscribed to, I just put the video in a new tab. And then when I'm at work, I just like listen to the tabs, kind of like a playlist of podcasts, that kind of shit. But I love commenting on my own videos as me. And then like, it's very rare, but someone will be like, "What do you know, you fucking idiot?" I'm like, I'm the guy. I made the video. You are open, Austin? I am. Austin Kep. It's me. You're gonna do Skaven, but he picked dwarves twice, and I felt a bit low. Yeah. Sabrus loves dwarves. People call me Hume Boy? They do, but this is obviously not my real name. Shocking, I fucking know. Austin Boy. Yee. Alright, Umbrella is busting out the Spider Shaman, plus a River Troll Hag. That one's always weird to me, but... Spider Shaman with Gorkle Fix-It, Sneaky Stabbin', Don't Even Try It, and Crown of Command. Op on his Giant Spider for a bigger health pool and some armor-piercing stuff. River Troll Hag with just Spirit Leech, and a Goblin Big Boss with Daneed Stabbin'. Then we have the Hammer of Gork, Goblin Rock Lobber ROR, 2 Orc Boarboy Biggins, 2 Spider Riders, 2 more Spider Riders, and another Orc Boarboy Biggin, this one the ROR on the far side, 4 Squigs, and a front line of 5 Gubbos. Versus the High Elves, do have 2 Illyrian Reaver Archers, triple Dragon Princes, 2 Archers, 5 Spearmen, Imric up on his Dragon, and a Mage of Life with 3 Growth and Earthblood. It is Black Knights. Standard build, it would seem. Austin is a really human boy. Yes, yes. Burgers cannot say it. All right. We're in. I like this matchup. It's like probably slightly high elf favorite these days, but I think it's a fun matchup to really experiment with. Personally, I enjoy a couple Black Orcs. I think Black Orcs are great at making mincemeat out of Spearman front lines. Their melee defense is a problem, especially since they got some buffs. But generally, Black Orcs just have the models, the mass, the armor to shred through Spearmen anyway. I don't know. I just like them. They're especially good against Rangers. Black Orcs will fuck up Rangers all day. I was named after the stonkest Archangel, so I'm okay with it. Alright. I didn't know there was a Doom Sage Archangel, but I don't know those things. I just work here. A little bit of skirmishing. Illyrian Reavers won't do that much damage on the skirmish, TBH. And you do have an ROR catapult lobbing at your spearmen this whole time. You can see a Cool Umbrella is actually getting the advantage in the skirmish games. The High Elves are going to want to get up here and get involved as soon as possible. Mostly get their archers in range, you know. You don't technically have to run into melee with your spearmen, because 2 archers plus 2 skirmish cav could probably outtrade the Hammer of Gork, but skirmishing alone ain't going to do it. He's keeping the Dragon Princess hidden? That is true. That is true. I missed that. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. What are we shooting at now? Wow. That was underwhelming. Imric tried for a quick landing. Now he's getting spirit leeched. He's back up in the sky. He's going to Star Dragon Breath attack the Goblin Great Shaman, and most of it hits. It does a bit of damage, but not a ton. Spearmen are now engaged with Squig herds. They will soon rampage those little buggers and keep them in melee for a while. And yep, they are large. Squigs are large. I couldn't tell if they were infantry sized or not. These other spearmen are going to get rear charged by Squigs, and that'll be a bad time for them. These guys rely heavily on their charge reflection to do well versus large opponents. Big catch out here. 2 Spider Riders getting caught against Illyrian Reaver Archer. What looked like a pick for them is now going to turn into a big old terror route. And the edge of the map is right there, though I wonder which direction they're actually going to route, because there's a bunch of stuff. See? Oh, wow, they're routing into the map. That's strange. They're routing into the map. That's weird. They're running away from the danger. That's strange, Icket Claw. Game 1. That's odd how they're running away from the danger and not right off the map, you fucking idiot. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Goblin Big Boss also gets sniped by Imric, and Imric's turning around, and he's about to fuck up himself. Giant River Troll Hag as well. He doesn't give a shit. But 2 Orc Boarboy Biggins will be here to put an end to all that nonsense. Now the Dragon Princes have emerged from the trees. They'll get a side charge onto these Broken Tusk mobs and the Spore Goblin Spider Riders. But with a Wah popped, you would be surprised how much damage the Greenskins can really do. And Imric is in big, big trouble as he's now surrounded on all sides by cavalry. Dragons did get a mass increase. That's one of the reasons they came back into the meta. But that's a tall order to get out of that many cav units. It looks like he's trying, but he keeps getting staggered by various attacks from all the cav, from the giant spider, from all that stuff. Now, otherwise, the Greenskins are pushing through the front line okay. They are stalled up on that area that has 2 Dragon Princes on top of each other, but otherwise, they've gotten through the center. They've routed off one of the archers. It looks like the other one is barely staying safe. It's even trying to come over and support Imric, who's taking a regrowth and a spirit leech at the same time, so kind of a moot point, but he is slowly healing up. He's trying to get away from these Orc Boarboy Biggins. But man, Umbrella is way up on that damage value. You can see he's not quite 2-to-1, but he's getting closer to it than not. A big point for the High Elves to try and get back into this game is this blob fight over here, but it looks like he's not even winning that because the Hammer of Gork does have a debuff. Minus 24 melee attack and melee defense, that if it just fires with the Dragon Princes all game, it does effectively make them useless. Imric's back in the sky. He has some Dragon's Prince and Spearman support, but they're going to need help from him soon. As you can see, more Squigs coming in from the back. goblins, everything is around here, and Imric is immediately back into the fight and trying to kick some ass. Looks like we have a bit of a heal, or is that Gork will fix it? The big speed debuffs, these Dragon Princes couldn't leave if they wanted to. I mean, they can try, but they're just going to be so slow, the boars will keep up with them the whole time. Imric is once again surrounded, so if the Dragon Princes go too far, he'll be all alone. And how are we doing? Rampaging Squig stopping these archers from offering support, so the Dragon Princes are coming back to help. Where's our Dragon Prince count at? Looks like we're down to basically 2, because those Dragon Princes are not having a good day. Imric is nearly dead. His heal cap's coming into sight. Ooh, it's looking like a tough one. I think the green beans are going to go to the finals. I think. Archers trying to shoot at squigs on their way out. Some other archers have rallied, but it's looking tough. Now, one thing I will say is I have no idea where the damage came from, but the Goblin Great Shaman got fucked up while we weren't looking. So that's not a good time. And if Imric can get back in the sky, can get back down on the ground, get a good charge off, kill the Goblin Great Shaman somehow, maybe heal cap himself, maybe the Greenskins can be cycle routed. But the Spirit Leech plus the Surround of the Mage of Life is a big problem. She throws out her dying Earthblood onto Imric to try and keep him safe, to try and keep him happy. Another breath attack onto the back of the Spider Shaman does okay damage, but not a ton, and Imric's gonna have to wander over there. But she might just shatter from how much damage she's taken next to the giant spider. Yeah, she is gonna shatter, so there's no more healing for Imric. Nope, she rallies. She barely rallies, like health-wise, not leadership-wise. Leadership-wise, she's completely fucked. Dragon Prince is trying to free the archers so the archers can help free Imric. Imric is trying to get his damage out on this Goblin Great Shaman, and a big charge in from the Dragon Princes plus Imric trying to rout off these goblins, leave the Spider Shaman all alone. And where are his Orc Boars? Some are busy over here fighting Spearmen. Others have routed off the map, but all of a sudden the Spider Shaman is alone. And this could be a huge moment for the High Elves. Now, Crown of Command does make him unbreakable, but that doesn't mean he can't take damage, and take damage he fucking will. He's not debuffed at all at the moment, but the Spider Shaman only has 30 melee defense, which is nothing compared to Imric's 74 melee attack plus a charge. He's getting good chunks off this Spider Shaman, and once the Crown of Command wears off, his leadership spikes down. He's going to rout, and that'll take the Greenskin Lord out of play for a bit, but he needs to be killed or run off the map to actually get the debuff. Now, the Mage of Life has enough leadership to rally. Can the Dragon Princess bail her out from this goblin sneaky stabbing bitch Big Boss? That's it. The Big Boss is desperately trying to kill that Mage of Life, so Imric can't get the last bit of healing left because he is going to carry this whole game if they allow him to. Archer's accidentally getting in the way of the Goblin Big Boss, but oh, a huge shot to the Mage of Life. 76 HP. I don't think she'll have enough leadership to come back, even if she is left alone. That being said, she does go back to -8. Wow, that was brutal. Imric taking the Spirit Leech, he really wants that Life Mage back, and letting her get sniped up by the Goblin Big Boss was a big mistake. Dragon Princes are trying to walk off the Goblin Shaman. He's down to sub 1k HP, but they're doing that thing where they walk with him rather than attacking him. They do get a couple shots off. Imric turns around, just fucking bodies the Big Boss, and the River Troll Hags run in. High Elves are way up on the balance of power. They're almost into army losses territory as all of the Greenskins are routing. There's nothing fighting. It's just the Hammer and Gork keeping him in this game, and some Spider Riders, but Imric's gonna fucking do it. He puts the game on his back, down 2,000 damage value almost, and that is it. That is it. I'm calling it now. This game is fucking over. Imric did it. The boy, the man, the myth, the legend. There is army losses. Let's go, dude. That was wild. It's a ranged Helm of Discord? Yeah. I don't know why it just skipped. We didn't get to see the value on the units. I don't know why it skipped that. I didn't do that. Okay, I'll catch up with chat in a second. We gotta go find this thing. Okay, John Ratladder, 1, 2, 3, but then I'm gonna put the blocker up because I know they're ready to go and I don't want to reveal their armies. Okay, so we're getting in there. That was insane. Alright, we're in. Okay, what are we doing? He's keeping the Dragon Princess hidden. Okay, so that's where we were. Spinners, please. Sounds a little mad, but he says he's not, so it's okay. That was some fun. Hammer Gork's just a ranged Helm of Discord, yeah. A lot of good Greenskin players like it. I usually don't bring it, but I am actually in the minority. Thoric, Gotrek, and Felix. It is Thoric, Gotrek, and Felix. The Phoenix King is right. High Elves had the cavalry advantage the entire game, but just let the hammer alone. Nemes, I don't know how to say your name, but I'm going to go with names. Nemenezwe? Nemenezwe? I'm doing my best. Yes, that could be considered a mistake, for sure. Like, I would have to rewatch the game and really analyze whether they should have gone after the Hammer Gork. But the Dragon Princes were fucking busy all game. So it's really hard for me to sit here and say, like, oh, yeah, you clearly should have just done that. And then, like, I imagine Black Knight would be like, and what? Abandon Imric? And what? Abandon my archers? And what? Abandon my mage? Like, I was busy, man. So I would have to rewatch it to be for sure. But I think it was just, like, a lot going on. But for sure, if he could have slipped an Illyrian Reaver archer back there and just slapped into him, that would have been huge value. I agree. Fungus lost that one. GG. Excellent thumbnail. Thanks, I try. Damn knife ears. I thought you had that one too, Umbrella. That was wild. I don't know what happened off screen, but like just all the Borbobiggins were gone next time I looked. So for Sabrus Regnum, we do have 2 Organ Guns, some Slayers. This is his classic hero core. He like always takes this. Thoric, Gotrek, and Felix. And then for a front line, we have a shit ton of miners, some with blasting charges, some without. We have a whole bunch of rangers, so it's a Vanguard Dwarven build. On the other side, for John FB, we have White Lions, Rangers, mixed, to just repeat. Then we have Alariel the Radiant, with Tempest in case of Gyrocopters, Earthblood, and Arcane Unforging. The Arcane Unforging is the one I don't understand, but alright, it's there. We have a Star Dragon and a Frostheart Phoenix. Just say way. Alright, I will try to remember way. This is the way. You clearly never faced a Barella build. I should have kept my Reavers alive to flank back and take it out, but I lost the option early. I see. Alright. Alariel lands. She's going to try and stop the miners. This is an interesting play, because normally it makes a lot more sense, like stopping the miners from throwing at your White Lions and stuff, but with 2 Organ Guns, they are just drilling Alariel, so this like muscle memory smart play becomes a mistake with the unconventional pick of 2 Organ Guns. You can see Alariel is just literally dead. She tried to cast an Earthblood to heal herself up, but casting it at all with Thoric, not on the map, it's not global, but he was near enough that it counted, just instantly takes her down from overcast damage, also just shoots her, and Alariel is straight up dead. The dwarves are up 4,000 value to 500, and I honestly think that is GG. It sucks, but that might just be GG. We will have to see, but Larry, their caster and lord, is entirely gone. Now, the Dwarven front line is starting to falter as the High Elves are butchering through them. They're even moving on to the Rangers, but with 2 Organ Guns still shooting at a Sun Dragon. Ooh, wow, that's a... Oh, it's a Star Dragon. There we go. 2 Organ Guns shooting at a Star Dragon, and now it's landing in some Rangers. We're going to see it suffer a lot of the same fate that Alariel just did. It's probably going to take a shitload of damage all of a sudden, though the Organ Guns are honestly kind of shitting the bed on shooting here. Dwarves, High Elves, not a bad matchup anymore. Not really. Dwarves are stronger than people give them credit for. Arcane Unfrogging. Yeah. Yeah, Larry did get deleted. Anyway. Arcane Frostheart Phoenix is also getting pew-pewed a little bit. Things have gotten much better for the High Elves recently. Actually getting into melee is helping them a lot, for sure. And these Organ Guns are, for what they did to Alariel, they are having issues shooting later in the game here. But it's really all about what is this Star Dragon going to get done this game. The Organ Guns are just trying to find anything to shoot at. They are shitting the bed really hard. After starting out the game great, they're shitting the bed super hard late in the game. Looks like there's a tiny, tiny hill in front of them between them and these White Lions, but they're just not shooting at anything. Looked away for literally 15 seconds and Alariel's dead. Yeah. Frosty's still here too. Frosty's still here, but Frosty isn't going to carry as hard as the Star Dragon can. As for the dwarves, they have lost almost all of their infantry support besides their slayers. We have 3 Rangers left, 2 of which are half HP. We have the Hero Core and the Organ Guns. Now the Slayers are going to get involved, but you'll see the balance of power will get a lot better when those Organ Guns get taken out. Because they're a lot, you know, they're 2,200 value. So when they get taken out, we'll be at about an even game. Rangers getting killed. I mean, yeah, those Rangers, not these Rangers. The other Rangers. The two units in the game called Rangers. Don't worry, but Alarielle had Tempest, but not that Tempest. Not the lore of Tempest. She had the spell Tempest, so don't you worry. But the Rangers are going to fight the Rangers, and it'll be fine. Organ Guns getting off some last shots into White Lions while they can, while the Star Dragon tries to deal with them. Slayers are actually going to be woefully inequipped to deal with Rangers and White Lions. And actually, the High Elves might have a way in this game. I know it sounds silly after how that fucking started, but they might do it. Is it looking bad? Yeah, shit, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but it's possible. And possible is an improvement upon losing Alarielle in like a second. Now, damage values are getting close. They're getting close. 1 Organ Gun is down. A 2nd Organ Gun. Ooh, that's going to be a nasty Rune of Wrath and Ruin. It hurt both about equally, which, again, the High Elves will take it at this point. They just want to get rid of every dwarf that isn't a part of that hero core, and then surround them in High Elf bodies and just drag them to the dirt. Organ Gun crew, shattered. Miners, shattered, otherwise slowly returning. Can he fucking do it? Can the mad lad with an Alarielle healing-based build do the whole thing without Alarielle? Or will the dwarves win by fucking Lord sniping at a new land speed record? Rangers getting in here is going to be very, very bad for the dwarves, because these Rangers will butcher Slayers cost efficiently, not like, you know, it's a 900 gold unit versus 600 gold unit, so calm down a little bit, but still. Organ Guns are routing. You can see the damage value is about equal, like I told you it would be, because I'm a genius, and you should all listen to me more often. But how do you get rid of this hero core? Spoiler alert, it's probably cycle charging. Dragon still has 3 breaths, I think. Dwarf's playing Hero Hammer again, a little bit. Literally 100% chance Sabrus has this strat game. You ready? You ready to have that tested? Never doubt the hero core. Being surrounded in high elf bodies is the dream. Alright, minus the blasting charges. We're back briefly. Now they're getting butchered again, so they'll probably be pushed off. More Rangers are pushing off other Rangers. God, I hate that those units have literally the exact same name. Damage value is just about dead even. And the Slayers are almost dead. There's only 6 of them left. Frostart Phoenix is going to chase off that Organ Gun, make sure it doesn't come back. And we're back in it! Did you see your HP get checked? You're telling me the Rangers dealt 1/4 for HP per attack? It's a valid question. The last of the Rangers are getting charged by White Lions, so they'll be pushed off soon. And the High Elves are just reorganizing, shit gathering. And a big loss is going to be this Ranger getting pushed off with tons of ammo and a pretty decent amount of HP for this point in the game. But the High Elves are just focusing on no dwarf left alive besides the hero core. They know the hero core is coming last. They're just like, okay, get rid of all these cheap archers, get rid of the organ guns, get rid of everything. Now that organ gun is allowed to come back. It looks like we have a ranger that's being sent after it. Understandable. I guess like he wants to get cycle charging with the Frostart Phoenix. He doesn't want to waste a full health Frostart Phoenix chasing around some fucking cannon crew. Meanwhile, Gotrek, Felix, and Thoric are a huge pain in the ass. Rune of Breaking cast onto Thoric himself. Interesting. Ranger running from the Ranger, pursuing a fleeing Ranger, wanting to kill said Ranger. Dwarves still getting walked off the map. These White Lions might just want to turn and fight, though. They're not getting away. Slayers are actually like faster than them, so they just need to fight. They're taking free damage in the butt for no reason right now, and it's bothering me a lot. Because these Rangers are chasing down the other Rangers. For fuck's sake, god damn it, they're doing it again. Anyway, these Rangers are chasing down the other Rangers. The White Lions don't need to be involved in that. They just need to turn and fight. Froststar Phoenix also helping to chase off the Rangers while the White Lions, yes, turn and fight. Slayers dwindle. Slayers die. And we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Organ Gun crew is gone. I said gone. Organ crew is gone. Gone. There we go. Organ Gun crew is gone. Rangers are off the map, and get ready for it. 3 versus 500. It's like the Glade letters. Yeah. Range advantage, but the faster Rangers clearly have longer ranges. Way, you're fucking crushed it, dude. Alrighty. Place your bets, folks. Balance of powers in the favor of the High Elves. Whoa! What is that breath attack, my man? John FB with a very premature breath attack. Also, by the way, the High Elves no longer have a Lord is Dead penalty because that happened so long ago that it wore off. They don't even remember having a Lariel. Oh, it's too good. Alright, White Lion's getting involved. Oh, that breath attack's gonna come back to haunt him. He's gonna want that one back so bad. Bye, Eldrin. Have a good one. Oh, man, he wants that breath attack back. He has one more. Big damage value from Thoric. He's taking out a ton of High Elves. And Star Dragon and the Froststar Phoenix are waiting to get involved. He's got to go directly over Felix, though, and drop that breath attack directly on Felix, and then push him off. Because Felix can route, and you need to route him because he's healing. If you didn't know that, Felix heals other lords and heroes nearby. Star Dragon gets a huge attack onto him, but now Gotrek is here. And then the Star Dragon starts another animation. He can't move. He takes 2 attacks from Gotrek in the time it takes him to do 1 breath attack. Damn. He's back out. His breath attack's got to be off cooldown now. He needs to get directly over Felix and use it on Felix. He tries to get an attack onto Thoric, but every time he lands, Gotrek hits him in the face, and Gotrek's doing more damage than the Star Dragon is. Alright, Froststar Phoenix is back. Dragon is also back. Dragon does a very weird animation and gets a big chunk off onto Felix. And looks like he missed that attack. Yeah, he missed a couple. Star Dragon's gonna fuck off. He has 1 breath attack. He's gonna have to use it. A lot of High Elves clumping up. As soon as Rune of Wrath and Ruin is off cooldown, it's getting cast right here, and that's gonna be a whole bunch of dead High Elves. Love Gotrek, hate Hero Hammer. Dragon's getting ready for breath attack, but he's doing it at an angle. He's gonna hit his own troops if he does it right now. He needs to get like literally directly over Felix and use it. Wonder if Thoric would be easier to chunk down no foot characters shenanigans. Oh, it can be really tough to take out Thoric, especially with Felix healing him up constantly. Because Felix can also give Helping Hand, which can lower your... You can take 44% less damage, so it's just really hard to snipe out Thoric while he's getting healing from that. Felix is routing, nice. Star Dragon has to back off again. He still has his breath attack, by the way. So Felix is toast. There's absolutely no way the High Elves let him come back. Because, like, Rangers can chase him down with the Froststar Phoenix and Star Dragon fuck around with Gotrek. I'm betting we're going to see a breath attack here. At this point, I would want it onto, I guess, Thoric, but I don't know. Either way, you got to do it directly over him. If you do it at an angle at all, you're going to friendly fire your own troops and miss a bit. This breath attack is going to be crucial. If the breath attack gets huge value, then maybe the High Elves have a chance, but if they're going to rely on the Star Dragon just to win in melee, we've all seen that shit's not happening. Like, it has been confirmed as a fact that the Star Dragon is not having a good time. Alright, Felix gets chunky monkeyed, gets deleted, gets yeeted. And meanwhile, White Lions and Rangers are still fighting Thoric. Somehow one man walking slowly away from a whole bunch of High Elves and a bird and a dragon has not taken damage. There we go, he takes a big chunk. And honestly, the single entries are just getting each other's way. And also, the Frostheart Phoenix should not leave the fight with Thoric in them, because it wants to debuff. It has this, like... Damn, click on that thing. Not the fucking Star Dragon. Okay, it looks like Felix is dead. Frostheart Phoenix is this. -8 melee attack, -12% damage from all sources. It just needs to be nearby. So the Frostheart Phoenix really needs to go help the Rangers and shit with this fight. No! Why? Why, God? No, he did the breath attack from very far away again. Dude, no! Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I think the Halves are fucked. That's 2 breath attacks that were done at a distance when his opponent could move, and he missed them. Oh, no. You gotta go directly over him. Fuck. Rune of Wrath and Ruin is gonna take out one of the other Rangers. There it goes. Big chunk onto that. You only have 1 healthy Ranger left, and even then it's a Ranger, it's not a White Lion. Star Dragon sitting next to Gotrek. It's gonna take a bunch of damage, probably. Yeah, Star Dragon's taking a bunch of damage. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be GG. A hell of a fight back from the High Elves. A hell of a fight back from John FB after losing your Lord like that. I would have instant surrendered. But he really scrapped back into the fight. Some late game issues. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Some late game real big fuck ups. But he played a lot better than I would. A lot better than a lot of players would from that situation. I would have fucking tilted off the map as soon as Lariel died, and I would have quit, but he didn't, so props to him for that. But yeah, some serious late game issues are holding him down here. Poor guy. That's gonna be it. I don't think anything can kill Thoric and Gotrek at this point, because the next Rune of Wrath and Ruin is going to kill all of those Rangers, and until then you have a Star Dragon that's almost dead. One last sniping attempt onto Thoric. Star Dragon swings, and it does manage to hit, but Gotrek's also going to hit, and he takes half of its remaining health. It is going to rout. The Frostheart Phoenix is in here, but Gotrek's going to hit it 2 more times. There's 1, and a second one will rout it, and then that'll be army losses. There's another hit, and it routs, because Human Boy fucking is a legend and knows exactly what'll happen? No! It rallies after being negative for 3 ticks, because leadership is a lie, I guess. You were supposed to rout, and if you routed, we would have army lost, you bitch. Don't worry, the doors will be getting tired soon. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, they're all perfect vigor. Let's go. What a grind that turned out to be. Yeah. John put in a heroic effort. I'd really like to see a Star Dragon get the Phoenix revive bug. That would be funny. 0 leadership as it's charging into battle. It needs to actually get an attack order or it won't get the charge bonus. There we go. Now it'll get the charge bonus. In a second. There we go. Charging! Big attempt. Missed on the charge. I don't know if it hit there, honestly. It was pretty insignificant. But Frostheart Phoenix takes a big hit from Gotrek. It's going to rout. And there's the Rune of Wrath and Ruin we mentioned earlier, so all the Rangers are going to die. And that'll be it. Oh. Oh. That was brutal. That was brutal. White Lions did well. Rangers overall did well. Frostheart Phoenix and Star Dragon did well. Lariel fucking died. Thoric did great. Gotrek did great. Felix did fine. Organ Guns did well. I would say great, but after their first couple volleys, they all of a sudden shit the bed. Rangers did fine. Miners Blast Charges did okay. Basic Miners died. Oh. All right. We got Black Knight versus Saber's Regnum for the finals. Now, since it's a best of 3, I will put up the scorecard version of my screen, though that does mean I need to get another army blocker. Then I'll put it beneath all that stuff, but still in front of the game. Done. Update the top things. So we have Black Knight will be on the left. So LS Black. Oops. So we'll go 0. Give him a couple spaces. And the other side we have Sabrus. With 0. All of them are great except Slayer. Another Elf Slayer story. Are you talking about the End Times Slayer novel? Was that one that bad? I read it. It was okay. I didn't have many issues with it, but I'm curious to know why everybody thinks it's so bad. So nothing surprising, yeah. I have some End Times books on my Christmas list. I know they're not written the best. I read the Gotrek and Felix books all the way through. I don't fully know why everybody hates Slayer. It was like, I'm not trying to defend it. I don't hate it to the degree everybody else does. I think it was okay. Because it featured dwarves. I guess that's my feeling on it, is it was definitively okay. Guess what I just got in the mail today, bitches? I don't think it's bad, but not what you expect for the end of Gotrek and Felix. That's fair. Hang on. Why the hell? How? How do I get so many replays already? I just cast a ton of replays. Hold on. Drugs, money. Sorry. Hold on, everybody. I got a thing. I got distracted by Cool Umbrella talking to me, so 1 second. Boom. Dun dun dun! I got the Thankful Omnibus. 800 pages of rats. Of fucking rats. Ain't that fun. What's even in here? Let's bust this bad boy open. What's even in here? Thankful and Bone Ripper. There's Gray Seer. Where's the index? Does this omnibus not have a fucking index as to what is in here and on what page? What is this shit? There it is. Gray Seer, Temple of the Serpent, Thankful's Doom, Mind Stealer, and Thankful Triumphant. Thankful's Doom? How does Thankful have a Doom and then become triumphant? What the fuck? What the shit? Whatever. Guess I'll have to find that out, won't I? So that's exciting. What a fun, sexy time for you. I've been reading the Halo books recently. I mean, like, I've been reading them since I was small. So I keep reading. I generally keep up with book series that I read when I was a kid until they get, like, absolutely trash. So I've been reading Gears of War for a long time, been reading Halo for a long time, stuff like that. The Halo books are fucking lost, dude. They're so lost. They just don't know what they're doing. Because they're all farting around. Because if you pay attention to Halo lore at all, after Halo 5, Cortana activates a bunch of giant Forerunner mechs called the Guardians. She's like, I took over the galaxy! And they ended the game there, and they're like, fucking, we did it, boys. And the book series is like, what happens after that so we can write books? And 343 Industries just shrugs and says, Halo Infinite. What's Halo Infinite? It's infinite, bro. I don't know. We just want to get on this live service cash craze, so we don't really know where the plot's going anymore. There's no plot. And then the book's like, well, what do we do? So they're all writing sideways, and it sucks. No one's ever progressing the plot. Everything is sideways. It's like, oh, and then this book's happening, and it's kind of unclear when it's happening in the timeline. And then at the end of the book, and then Cortana rose all the Guardians. I'm like, fuck, it's also right before she did that, because it's the end of Halo 5, and no one knows what happens after, so the authors can't write past that, and it's dumb, and it's stupid. And most of the books are honestly, how do we do the thing everybody wanted? Again, people want humans versus the Covenant. That's all they want. No one wants to fight these stupid robots. Nobody did. Nobody liked it in Halo 4. Nobody liked it in Halo 5. So all the books are like, how do we avoid the robots entirely? Let's just not talk about them. On this planet no one's ever fucking heard of, the Covenant and the human don't know the war ended because all their radios broke. All of them. All their radios broke. They don't know. Anyway, the story's about that. Okay, there's a story over here. Another planet you never fucking heard of. The Covenant and the humans are still fighting because they're both rebels from their own factions and they hate each other. They're just gonna fight because they're just gonna do it. And we just want to write about the Covenant and humans some more. We don't want to write about these stupid fucking robots nobody cares about. It's just a mess. It's just a complete fucking mess. And the original books were like, Master Chief's the only surviving Spartan. All of them died on Reach. And then one of the original books was like, all right, there's 4 more. 4 more Spartans survived. That's it. And then the later games were like, what if all of them survived? And the book's like, fuck it, all of them survived. So now there's just Spartans everywhere. Spartans over there, Spartans over here. And I'm not even talking about the 3s and the 4s. I'm talking about the 2s, the OGs. Like, none of them died. Even though the other books explicitly said they all fucking died. They've showed up at one point or another. They're just around. And I ran into this bitch in the book I'm reading right now. He's like this Master Covenant assassin. He's like, oh yeah, the Spartans. They're pretty cool. I fought and killed 2. I'm like, which 2? When? How? None of these bitches died, apparently. When did you kill them? When did you run into them? And he's like, I was on the Ark. And I'm like, none of them were on the Ark. Literally only Master Chief was on the Ark, and I didn't fucking see you in Halo 3. So who the hell are you? Where did you find 2 Spartans on a planet that only Chief was on, and he didn't fucking die? He's still running around. What is this? It's like you're reading fan fiction that wins New York Times bestseller after bestseller, and you're like, none of this shit makes any sense. It makes Star Wars look consistent, is what I'm trying to say. The Halo books are good. I don't read anymore. The original Halo books were really solid. The original Halo books were really solid. I liked them a lot. Yeah. They were super good. Like, legitimately, those are still good books. Not even just, oh, I haven't played the Halo games. Would I understand them? Yes. Those are good books. But any of the new stuff, any of the stuff after Halo 4, like in the timeline, is utter garbage. Because it's clear that the authors and the game industry had a complete disconnect of like what people wanted to see and what the game industry was doing. So they just ran into huge problems. Is there a secret storage compartment for the drugs in the book? Yeah. Gears of War has a story? Yeah. The Gears of War books are honestly fine. They're not great, but it's fine. Halo bad books. Halo books, yes, yes. Way, you're killing it tonight. You're great. All right. Anyway, I got us through pick and ban phase. So what do we got? The rants are half the reason I watch Human Boy and InfoWars. Oh, I'm in such illustrious company. All right, what do we got for picks here? Now that I've stalled us for enough time, what do we have for picks? We have Empire versus Wood Elves, Dwarves versus High Elves, Tomb Kings versus Dark Elves. Black Knight is playing all three elves, and Sabrus is playing Empire, Dwarves, and Tomb Kings. So we have Dwarves versus High Elves again. That's funny. It's called my massive nose. Alrighty, what do we have here? For the Empire versus Wood Elves. Ooh, Alfredino and Charix played this for the Turin's Faction War Finals, the most recent Faction War. Will the Wood Elves... Well, I won't spoil it for you. But it's a grudge match. Someone's trying to get revenge against somebody for some reason. 5 Huntsmen, 5 Free Company Militia, one of which is Sterling's Revenge, all in the Vanguard, very similar to the Dwarven build earlier. Then we have Volkmar the Grim, paired with a Bright Wizard with only Flaming Sword of Ruin and 4 Empire Knights. On the other side, for the Wood Elves, we do have 2 Glade Riders, 4 Glade Riders total, 2 Zotes coming in from Black Knight, the Firebark Elders, Durthu, Big Daddy Durthu. He's my favorite, not best, but he is my favorite Wood Elf Lord. With Curse of Honor here, Panzer Penetrable Pelt and Flock of Doom, plus his Lamentation of Despairs and Sword of Death, and a front line of Eternal Guard. That is it. That is a rather small Wood Elf build. Yeah, 789 models. Oof. Now, Sabrus has again gone for a very risky, flimsy Vanguard. I think he's expecting to be kited. He might be sorely mistaken when, like, the rush comes in, but this isn't much of a Wood Elf rush. It's not like there's Dryads, right? The Eternal Guard are slow. They kill things slowly. So maybe he'll be okay. Maybe. But if the Wood Elves can get into melee nice and fast, they can take out 10 units super quick. Hummus X Alex Jones is the crossover we want. Rants or rants. It's in the tent where it should be. Alright. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on chat. Anyway. Both armies are mostly set up. We'll get off to the races in a second here. I think the Empire build has a pretty significant advantage, I would have to say. Because there's not a ton of cavalry to stop the Empire Knights from doing what they want. And what they want to do is cycle charge the front line a bunch to give their guys time to shoot. I think it'll come down to the Firebark Elders, 2 Zotes, and Durthu, and then they will get shot. That is what I am calling here. We're off, and let the bullet hell begin. Oh, never mind. Don't let the bullet hell begin. You using your Gimp Mask when? I don't have one. Pistol fire. Ouch. 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 Owie. Ouch. That is my tactical analysis right now, is a lot of ouches happening to the Wood Elves, as the Eternal Guard are all dead. Empire Knights charging straight into these Eternal Guard, just trying to buy time for the Huntsmen and Free Company Militias to shoot. They know they're going to take a lot of damage, they just don't care. They just don't care. Meanwhile, one Eternal Guard is routing, another Eternal Guard is awful close to routing, and another Eternal Guard is not quite routing, but half HP and falling. They don't have shields? Oh no, because all their money went into the Firebark Elders, 2 fucking Zotes and Durthu, that's why. Yep. This is why one time I took an Ancient Tree Man, and people really wanted me to take Durthu, and I'm like, I love Durthu, but he is expensive. And he can be worth it in certain builds, but there's a lot of expensive assets on Black Knight's build, and they're going to be alone very soon. Without any support, they are just going to get shot. I think this one is over and done. Volkmar's chucking out a quick banishment, trying to do a little bit of damage here. But the Wood Elves have almost killed one Free Company militia in trade for their 3 Eternal Guard that are already dead. You're calling game. I'm also calling game. We do have a bit of a Lagaruni on our hands. If I bring Durthu, I cut all his spells and bring a Healing Caster. That also could be smart. But, like, Zotes are 1,700 gold, you guys. So the 2 Zotes plus Durthu is legitimately about half of his allotted funds. Plus the Firebark Elders is, like, 7,500 out of 12,400 funds. Like, that... You don't realize how expensive this hero core is. Are you value shaming the Wood Elves? Yes. So, the Wood Elves are now trying to get a flank in. They're sending in some of their Skirmish Cav and Zotes to try and stop some of the Imperial shooting. We still have 4 Huntsmen up and at 'em. We have 3 Free Company Militia still. And over here, we do have a bunch of Empire Knights surrounding a Zote, but with 60% physical resistance from flesh to stone. They're currently vibing and surviving. Plus, Huntsmen aren't here to shoot up and over the Cav, so it looks like the Free Company Militia isn't really offering that much Overwatch support because they can't see anything. So the Huntsmen need to take angles on stuff that's being surrounded, while the Free Company Militia shoot at anything that is actually visible to them. The value shows what Eternal Guard are worth. Yeah. Needs to put the Skirmish in melee, I think. Oh, the Skirmish Cav? Yeah. Looks like he's working on that now, but they're just taking a lot of damage, even from these Huntsmen. Now they're getting sandwiched in by Imperial Knights. That'll be a bad time. The Firebark Elders did get through these last Free Company Militia, and it looks like the Sterling's Revenge is still firing in. Onto Durthu. They're using their armor-piercing shots onto him. But, yes. Zotes are bigger than Cav, right? Not by a lot. You can see from these pistol guys, they can't fucking see those Zotes. Compared to, like, the Firebark Elders running above those Eternal Guard or something, they can see that, but Zotes aren't significantly bigger than Cav, no, not really. Especially not at that angle. He's botting the Empire Knights. Once they are gone, the Zotes have free reign. They do. I don't think that's going to be enough, because we still have 4 completely untouched Huntsmen in the back. Sterling's Revenge, I don't know what they're shooting at this moment. Looks like nothing. Wood Elves do have 1 full health-ish Eternal Guard. He's coming into the fight. Free Company Militia will just run up and start fighting. Black Knight is getting the value back closer to even. This could just be the way things go with Sabrus is a huge early lead that leads into a bit of a middling performance later on as his front line starts to fall apart. One thing I will say is the Huntsman priority here is not being well allocated, in my opinion. Now, it is finally Gatling gunning down Durthu, but it looks like it's been shooting at him for quite a while, and they really need to focus on killing the Zotes and the Firebark Elders and these Eternal Guard. But they're dumping all of their resources into a large single entity with a gigantic health pool, which you're not afraid of that. Like, Durthu isn't going to kill your entire army. The Zotes and the Treekin are. Because Durthu can only fight one thing at a time. He's not even that good at clearing out chaff, so, yeah. You see the Huntsmen are doing a lot more damage on the Zotes when they focus fire them, and they are even going to push them off. We also have some Skirmish Cav nearby that could be a big problem for the Empire. Alright, Huntsmen defend themselves from 1 Skirmish Cav attack, but not from the others, and this could be a big moment to get back into the game. Could. I am not convinced, but could. 3 Huntsmen are about to die, 2 more Huntsmen are getting chased down by Zotes, but meanwhile, you will lose your last other zones. Balance of power is significantly against the Wood Elves. I think it needs to calm down just a little bit. I don't think it's that bad just yet, especially with these 3 Huntsmen getting caught. The balance of power should shoot back up, but these Zotes are actually about to rout just from getting shot on multiple sides as the Sterling's Revenge shoot them in the butt. And with these Huntsmen freed, they can free the other Huntsmen, and Skirmish Cav will not stand a chance against Huntsmen Withering Fire, not at all. But you can see what I meant about Darthu. Like, pouring all that fire into him, it got his health bar real low, but he's still as effective as he's ever been until he actually dies. And meanwhile, your ranged assets are getting compromised. So usually in the future, I've learned that it is just generally not worth it to Lord Snipe, like, big single entities like this, unless you actually can fucking kill them. Can Zotes Terror out? I think they can. Yeah, they're not I2P. The Skirmishers did well versus these Huntsmen, but now they're getting shot by the other Huntsmen. You can see that this guy was full health, and now he's dead. This guy's almost dead, too. Those Huntsmen coming back, Darthu is going to army loss, and that'll be it. Darthu did fine. Zotes did okay. Firebark Elders did eh. I mean, they still had, like, full models, but they're defenders, not attackers. Skirmish Cav struggled, and so did the Eternal Guard. Volkmar ran around, he didn't have to do too much. Empire Knights just blocked some stuff, they didn't get great value, but the Huntsmen all paid for themselves plus some, and the Free Company Militia mixed, but overall fine. It's a GG. GG. Other way. Other way. Hold on. Beep. Alright, we're in. Game 2 is High Elves versus Dwarves. I have not seen a lot of players being Zotes, but I have also never seen them do well. Sorry, typing a message to one of my admins about a completely unrelated matter real quick. All right. Sorry. I had to answer that. Okay. We're already into game 2. So we're just rocking and rolling. We get some fucking white lions. Let's go. War lions, sorry. I miss you, Human Boy. Miss everyone, too. Hopefully we'll get back to the game next week. What up, Will? Will, are you still here? Will, don't leave. I took Crushers. In honor of you. The other stream with Ogres. I've been playing a lot of Ogres. I hate Crushers. I hate them. I think they're dumb and stupid. I had a game where the Sky Starters got 4,500 value, and the whole game I was just bitching about how much Crushers suck. I think if you haven't seen that one, you need to go check out my last late night Vermin League grinding one. It's literally game 1 of the stream. I think you'll have a good time. Even though you disagree because you love Crushers, I think you'll have a good time just listening to me lose my absolute shit at these Crushers. because I am just going off on them. It's so funny, dude. You have to listen to it. You'd have a ball. Coops will bring crushers for him. Yeah, nice. That was a great game. That was so funny. All right. Sisters, please destroy that shit. They only crushed his spirit. Okay. That matter is dealt with, so I will now stop being distracted. My Warhammer crashed my new PC. Rip. Whoa, really? Damn. Okay. So what do we got here? We've seen this build before. It is 7 miners on the front line, 5 of which have blasting charges. It's 5 rangers. We have 2 organ guns in the back, slayers, and the hero core. On the other side, for Black Knight, we do have double Shadow Warriors, double War Lions of Krace. Then we have a front line of White Lions of Krace, which is the infantry version of a lion-type unit. 1 ranger, 2 more archers, a mage of life with Earthblood and Regrowth, and we have Imric. So it's a variation of the usual build he brings. Is the entire army in Vanguard? All except for the organ guns, slayers, and heroes, because they can't be, but yes. I don't hate 2 Shadow Warriors. Yeah, a little bit of range pressure can be nice. More ranger on ranger action. There's less, thank God. There's only a 1 ranger that I can only hope gets killed by 800 volleys of blasting charges, so I don't have to cast rangers chasing rangers to kill rangers anymore. More firebellies is my New Year's resolution. Dude, ogres need a firebelly lord. Like, that would make their faction so much better. And just feel better, is having a firebelly in the lord slot. Because the fact that he's a hero is just dumb. When you can get every other caster, I mean, every other being 2. But the other 2 caster types you can get as lords, but not the firebelly. So you have to take a currently overpriced and shitty ogre melee lord to get a firebelly. It's brutal. It sucks so bad. Those are not sisters? Yeah, they're just basic archers. So dwarves are falling back. They're trying to get their organ guns up into position so the organ guns can start tearing into the archers, I believe. That's probably what they're doing. Looks like Imric's going for a sideways breath attack onto a ranger unit, which if he can get that off, he can kill an entire unit, but we'll see if they let him do it. It looks like not. He's just going to get a free charge onto some miners. Because if the rangers turn, he'll bug out. Oh, the Shadow Warriors are going for the long con, though. They're trying to flank around the whole formation and get to the organ guns and shoot them in the back. That could be nice. That could be nice. Now, Imric does have to pull away. He has 1 ranger shooting him. That's not a huge deal, but we saw what happened to Alariel last time, so what you think is not a huge deal can all of a sudden become a big fucking problem. War Lions get involved. Now they're getting shot at by 2 rangers, and their little lion pelts will not save them. 20% missile resistance with only 35 armor is not going to be enough, so they need to bug out. Again, the dwarves take a quick lead. In the damage value, but not as quick as last time. Not as quick. A little bit of lag like the first game, though it did subside shortly into game 1. We'll hope it does so for game 2 as well. And I'm all out of wine. I'm all out of wine. This shit sucks now. Everything sucks. I hate it. Anybody see the I think you should leave bit about wine? I'm scared at how much I need wine. It's a good fucking bit. Anyway, Shadow Warriors are now in range to start shooting at the organ guns. The organ guns do not immediately have orders to turn. Yeah, so it is possible Saber's doesn't quite know this is going on just yet. Meanwhile, archers are shooting at miners, blasting charges, but unfortunately, the archers are also standing close enough to each other and close enough to these white lions that the organ guns are going to get a bunch of collateral damage. Now the Shadow Warrior is in trouble, as all these rangers have seen them, and also the gambit did not work. Their volleys onto the organ guns were rather pitiful, to be honest. They didn't do that much damage. The organ guns are completely fine, and the Shadow Warriors have been pushed off and discovered. Now, Black Knight is still being annoying. He is going to try and finish off this miner he started working on a long time ago, and his archers have almost killed another miner. I got wine, come over. How much armor does the artillery crew have? 40. 40, so not a lot, but they are spaced out. Like, look how spaced out they are. The archers will probably miss a lot of shots. Yeah, most of those shots didn't even hit. Imric does successfully rout off one miner with the help of his lions, though the lions are about half HP, so that's honestly a value trade positive for the dwarves. On the other side, white lions and war lions think about getting into combat together, but then the war lions peace out and they're like, fuck you, white lions, you stupid idiots, we're leaving. Shadow Warrior's still trying to kill the organ guns, and it is just not going. Meanwhile, the miners blasting charges are going to take their day out on the war lions. The white lions, not the war lions. Fuck! Where are the rangers? The rangers are running after the rangers while the war lions and the white lions fight to see which line will be on the front war lines of the lion lines with the lion's pride of the war lion lions. Now the rangers will get in fight with the rangers, so the lion wars of lion pride can fight with the shadow walker warrior rangers, and the ranger warrior ranger walkers can get minor ranger blasting lion charges on their war lion face high elf dwarf elf rangers battle. Rangers roll. Raiders roll. My stroke is over. So Rangers are getting fucked up, but a quick little blasting charge does almost take out the Rangers that were fighting the Rangers. Stroke's back on, boys. Stroke's back on. Stroke was always on. Shadow Warriors are having a bad time. Still, 4 out of 4 cannon models are firing, though it is almost going to start losing models soon. Blasting charges go out, white lions get sad, regular lions get sad, regular lions are leaving, regular lions on the other side get sad and try to fight some rangers, but with Rune of Doom, 42 melee attack might actually do good damage against the war lions. We will have to see as the regular lions, war lions get on the lions of the rangers, but the rangers are routing, so rangers route next to rangers. Rangers can't keep routing next to rangers. Rangers never route, rangers roll. Stroke continuing, unfortunately. Lions fighting other rangers. But which lions? Which rangers? You don't fucking know! If you're just listening to this in audio, you have no idea what's going on because everything's named the same! Okay. Organ guns, 4 out of 4 models, even with that low of HP, but now with Imric coming in soon, they will start to lose models, and they might even just rout without losing a single model. Shadow Warrior Walker, Ranger Walkers in the back are having a bad time, but they have now started shooting at the other organ gun. That organ gun's having a great time. The White Lions are having a bad time. White Lions, not the War Lions. The White Lions are getting hit by Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Next to Rangers. Where are the other Rangers? No one knows. But these White Lions are almost running away. Other stuff's almost running away. The War Lions, White Lions are now joining up. The War Lions have gotten together, not the White Lions. The White Lions are all over the fucking board. But Rangers being free to shoot an organ gun still firing in on some White Lions is going to be really bad. As for the High Elves right now, they have one healthy White Lion. They have a kind of healthy War Lion and a healthy Imric. That's about it. Where's the mage? There she is. I was like, if she is dead, this game is fucked. Human Boy XE is just executed, stopped working, yeah. Alice to the White Lion or White Lion, White Lions. Yeah. Alright, it looks like we have a regrowth coming in onto the War Lions. Really trying to keep them in the fight for now. But this, see, I'm already concerned though, because the John FB game, John slapped the Dwarven front line. And in this game, the High Elves are having a much harder time actually getting through the front line. So while the balance of power is better for them at this point in the game than it was for John, I'm actually much more concerned about Black Knight than I was for John. I'm getting a headache, need some wine. I also need some wine. It's a good thing they made War Lions a non-white color so they wouldn't have a confusing name. Unused username, I like that. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. Because, like, look how tattered these High Elves are compared to what John FB had going for him. It's pretty much down to the War Lions. Pretty much. The Shadow Warriors are having a bad day. Imric's landing in. He's doing some good cycle charging. He's doing what he can. He's getting good damage on some Slayers. But that Hero Core is always lurking there. And now, when John FB had the Hero Core he had to deal with, but he had single entities that could cycle charge, and he had a ton of infantry support, this is going to be the other way around, where the Dwarves actually might end up with the infantry support. And Imric's going to be stuck on the ground. We'll have to see. Now, these War Lions are still doing okay. For now. And the High Elves might be able to clutch out the infantry advantage. If the High Elves can go into late game with an infantry advantage, they can win this. But that is a requirement. That's not a nice thing that you can have. That is a requirement. Because if Imric is stuck on the ground and he can't cycle charge, he's completely fucked. Did he just get overcast for casting a breath attack next to Thoric? If he's casting. Are you serious? Are you serious that is a thing? Did he just get an overcast for breath attacking next to Thoric? Is that real? If so, I am furious. Holy shit, so Spikeman, you saw it too! The White Lions are good versus heroes if they cycle charge, they can tear them in pieces. The White Lions? Oh, so you're talking about the War Lions. You're not talking about the White Lions. You're talking about the War White Lions, the War Lions of White. Also, you are right that they are... I understand now that I missed the joke unused username. They are white, so they're the White War Lions. Okay. Theorycraft for a second. Does anybody think that this is the reason John FB used his breath attacks from so far away, as he was worried about nuking his own Star Dragon with Thoric? Are we buying that excuse? Not excuse. Reasoning. Okay. The High Elves are entering the late game with an infantry advantage. It's slim, but it exists. They did win the fight. So they have 2 half-health-ish War Lions, and they have a whole bunch of super dead infantry versus this Hero Core. I'm still very concerned, but also they have a mage, which John didn't have at this point. I still think they had about equal chances at this point in the game. But like with the last game, if Black Knight plays it super perfectly, he can pull it out. I think the Dwarves are feeling all right. Not good, but they're all right. That is so silly. War Lions get nuked by a countercharge from Gotrek. Yeah, Gotrek's gonna be a huge problem. Don't get me wrong. Hold on, does he have any more breath attacks? He has 2 more. Oh, we're gonna see it. Gimme. Gimme. Gimme breath attacks. I want to see them trigger the Locus of Power. Alright, Shadow Warriors and Archers are just doing a little bit of poke onto Miners. That's a pretty good choice. Getting rid of the chaff, because shooting at single entities, unless they're gigantic like Durthu or something, is really tough to hit them. Like, especially foot characters are super hard to hit. White Lions randomly shatter when they're trying to regroup with their friends. And the Shadow Warriors, thankfully for all of our mental health, only have 1 volley left. Otherwise, this could be a very long game. As the High Elves are grouping up for a couple Earthbloods. How are our War Lion friends even doing? 24 models. So out of 24 possible models, we have 21 and 21. Honestly, that's pretty good DPS strength. Like, if you have healing on your roster, you know, that's good that they haven't lost a ton of models yet. Archers are firing. Now, a Rune of Wrath and Ruin on top of their heads could be a big problem. But it looks like the Dwarves are happy to just run after them. And the High Elves are continuing to back off. Looks like they're just trying to buy some time for Vigor regeneration or Earthbloods or something. Archers are getting a few free shots onto Gotrek with zero armor. They can actually get pretty decent shots out. Imric's flying overhead for some reason. I have to imagine it's a breath attack, and I have to imagine it's going to cause the overcast again. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Ah, it fucking does! It does! And he doesn't even get it off. He just takes his damage for the breath attack for no reason. Oh, that's so fucking dumb. That's so dumb. Take another overcasted damage. Yeah, just take free damage, you dumb bitch. I don't know why that's a thing. That's stupid. That's so stupid. He just takes damage for using his fucking abilities. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's awesome. It's my new favorite thing. High Elves are routing off. I need to make a note to myself to do a video on that. That's so good. Grabbing Sigs and energy drinks at the gas station, tell me who wins. I will. Dirty deeds, I will. Focus of power procs on any ability that has a spellcast code, so bound spells, breath attacks, all proc on it. It's very silly, though. Alright, he's going in. Huge charge onto Phoenix. John FB watching right now saying, man, I wish any of my charges had hit. But he does miss an attack straight after. He misses another attack straight after. And this is turning into a bit of a disaster for our friend Imric. He does have to get out of here. Or he can just stay and fight. Looks like he's swinging for the fences, but the fences ain't having none of his shit, and Gotrek is currently dumpstering his ass and needs to run away. How much damage did that do? It looked like the explosion was below the dragon. I have no idea. I'm going to do all that testing when I create the video. There's a Rune of Wrath and Ruin to clear out the White Lions, not the War Lions. The War Lions won't actually take that much damage from it, but the White Lions will. I'll make a video about it and cover all that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, my friends. Okay. Archers are back. They're going to shoot the miners, make sure the miners never come back. Felix is healing up all of the Dwarven buddy cop comedy. So he needs to be taken care of. And that was a huge shot from Imric onto Gotrek. Oh my god. Imric just took him down. Damn. Yeah, Gotrek's getting bodied by Imric right now. He's giving it back, but he's not giving it back nearly as well. Jeezy Pete's. That's a dead Gotrek. I think Black Knight's gonna take it at this point. Yeah, with Gotrek going down. Oh, he got his proc, but does it hit him? Nope. Doesn't hit him. Now he's just farting into the wind for the rest of the game. He's just farting around. No, don't kill him. We have to enjoy his stinky smell. Look at it go. Look at the stinkiest of smells. Oh, and he's fucking dead. Cool. Now Felix and Thoric are trying to chase Imric, but Imric's going to walk off. And at this point, I am pretty sure Black Knight is going to take it. Because without Gotrek, there's not the same threat. Right? Now, High Elves are running out of... Ooh, another overcast. High Elves are running out of chaff and stuff, but... Imric can probably solo Thoric. So let me get this. Dwarves are super OP and still lose. We should probably buff Thoric. Yeah, and just Thoric. Nothing else on the roster. The Rangers have the ranged advantage over the H-Elf Rangers. The H-Elf Rangers... Oh, fuck, they did come back. I thought they shattered off a long time ago. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking about other stuff. Honestly, I drifted there. What are we talking about? This has always been a high elf favored matchup. I would definitely say it's even nowadays. Dwarves are feeling good. Dwarves are feeling sauced. Maybe have the Overcast Locust from Thoric do army-wide damage. Oh, yeah, yeah. For sure. Thoric needs a Mortis engine, I think is what I'm hearing from this. Alright. He's going back in. Will somebody kill Felix, please? I'm sick and tired of Felix being alive. Imric misses a quick charge. Imric comes back. He hits. And I think it might be all Ogre here, folks. For some reason, the Life Mage is in there. She really shouldn't be. At the max is equal. Oh, I would have assumed that at like lower levels, dwarves were easier to win with this. Another Rune of Wrath and Ruin tries to do some damage to these War Lions. But the War Lions have paid for themselves, ladies and gentlemen. Felix is somehow not routing yet. There we go. That's going to take his ass out. Thoric has no Mortis engine? How are Dwarven players winning any games? Alright, Felix is dead. Thoric cannot beat Imric. That is not gonna happen. There's zero chance that happens at all. Now for the BM, the archer should walk away and the high elf should start kiting. Archers just back up fire volley, while like all these units that could definitely just kill Thoric walk away. Big charge. And the War Lions are coming back in. This is quite donezo, though. Maybe the army-wide plus 24 melee attack ability should just always be on passive. Now you're thinking with Portal's way. Wait till you see the overcast damage with every bone. Every second. I think what we're all saying is Thoric needs a cost reduction. Lions charging in. Rune of Doom onto Thoric. Giving him a pretty nice amount of melee attack. See what I did there? I did the internet reference, because he was at 69. I'm so funny. I'm the god of comedy. Also, it is big FF energy right now. I think all the Dwarf Lords need to be as strong as Thoric, yeah. Goblubba, Grudge Thrower? No, Thoric Thrower. Almost 4,000 value on Imric, 1,400-ish for the White Lions. Shadow Warriors paid for themselves just about perfectly. White Lions and Rangers did fine. I mean, Rangers struggled, but we saw in the previous matchup that Rangers did fine. There's just one of them. They got blasting charges. Thoric, Gotrek, Felix did okay. Organ Guns did all right. They didn't quite get the Ilariel insta-gib that they wanted. And blasting charges did fine. So, hold on. I know it's not over. I know. I know it's not over. I know. Hold on. I'm messaging the players to do their builds, but don't start. There's something I wanted to see there. You getting some fine replays tonight? I did. They're good games. I'm not probably gonna cast that one or the John FB one because, like, cards on the table. I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody, but when I can pick what content I make, I don't think that these Dwarf Hero Hammer games are going to be peak one-off replay content. You know? Like, I think a lot of people would be turned off from land battles watching that if they think that's like a commonplace thing. So I'm not super interested in putting that out there without context. Like, the context is like, you know, this is a Sabrus build special. He does these kinds of builds, as we've seen. So it's like, okay, one player does this, and also it works in specific matchups for specific reasons. But like, there are some people who play just ranked matchmaking / quick battles, whatever you want to call it, that would see that and be like, well, guess that's a new thing everyone's gonna do to me, and get really discouraged. So, yeah. Not the pinnacle of excitement? Yeah. We have gotten some good replays tonight. There have been some good ones, and like, honestly, the stream's been popping. Like, fucking... Honestly, the first High Elf Dwarf game was a banger, but for the other reason. Like, the Lord gets insta-killed, just instantly dies, and it ends up being a super close game. I don't know, that's wild. Well, so why we're here is, while those two build their armies, there's two things I wanted to see about Gotrek dying at the end. There's two things I wanted to see, but the players are building their armies for the final match, so while they're doing that, I am going to investigate this briefly. Holy shit, that game was over 10 minutes long. I didn't even notice. Okay, so it's around here. I want to watch Gotrek die, because I swear he was at, like, full HP, and then Imrik hit him once, and he was down to, like, half, and I'm wondering if he got a multi-hit off or something. Okay, that was the Felix hit, so that's not that. Gotrek takes a shot. And then Gotrek's going to heal up a little bit. And now this is what... he just fucking dies. Yeah, he does get double hit. So in that, like, charge plus the attack he gets right after, he takes Gotrek from, like, almost full to, like, straight up dead. Okay, so I saw what I wanted to see. Now, here's the second thing. Gotrek's healing goes off, and it shows up on his unit card for a millisecond, and then he gets knocked out of it. And I've never seen that. And I want to see if I can get it to happen in a replay. Okay, so just want to see Gotrek. Because it's when he gets hit one more time, he's going to start smoking the dank weed. There it is. Wait, no, that's regrowth. Hang on. He needs to get hit one more time. There he's hit. There it is. It's right there. Regenerates hit points. Heal per second, 12. And he gets like one burst of it off. You saw he went from 50 HP to 400? And then the rest of it misses him. And he gets no more healing from it. That's wild. I've never seen it actually like start and then not work. I've seen it not work at all, but I've never seen it start and not work. It's very, very odd. So it was one was a bug, the other one was just funny that Imrik hit literally every possible attack and just yeets Gotrek. It's very funny. All right. So we are going to game 3. I did not update the score for Black Knight. I am very sorry. So Black Knight is 1 with Sabrus Regnum. We will join the epic conclusion. I believe it is Dark Elves versus Tomb Kings, which is a fucking banger. And there's the blocker. I was having a hard time finding it. Dark Elves versus Tomb Kings is legitimately a good matchup. It's fine for both sides. I would say it's fine again. It was Tomb Kings favored for a little bit there when Tomb Kings were busted, but after their nerfs coming in the last patch, and people have generally figured out how to deal with Tomb Kings these days, I think this is even once again. Maybe slightly Tomb Kings favored, but it's 55-45 at like worst, so it's not even worth discussing. Anyway. Here we are. I'm going to delete the blocker because we're in our last game. Who do you guys think's taking it all? I've always played Skaven, so no one is doing that to me and living to tell the tale. Who is taking it all? Will it be Black Knight with his triple elf pick in the end? Or will it be Sabrus Regnum, proprietor of the Dwarven Hero Hammer, but also bringer of the Empire and the Tomb Kings? Tomb Kings for the win. Dirty Deeds going straight for Sabrus. And let's get on with it. Tomb Kings, bringing a very melee-heavy build. We have Grand Hierophant Kotep on foot. What the hell? He is on foot. He is going to be resetting the enemy's cooldowns with as many cheap casts as he can, and with that theme in mind, he brought 2 of the cheapest spells in the lore of Nehekara to heal up his whole army as much as he can. As far as that army goes, we have 4 melee Ushapti, 1 Ushapti Greatbows, 2 Tomb Scorpions, the Kepra Guard, and a front line of Nehekara warriors. Very nice. Though I wonder, do the Ushapti get the healing? I don't think the Ushapti get the healing from Realm of the Restless Dead. I know Ushapti get the healing from the Realm of Souls. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. I remember something's fucked about the Ushapti. Screw anything not elf. It's Izzy. How have you hung around this channel this long, dude? I am like the 9th most anti-elf person you know. Though that being said, I have played a good amount of High Elves recently. And okay, here's a little here. If you've been around the channel a long time, you'll know that this is heresy, but here we go. I've been enjoying the Wood Elves recently. I've been enjoying them. You know why? Because rushing with cavalry that's really fast is kind of fun. You know what's not fun? Fucking kiting. I will go to my deathbed saying kiting is bullshit, but right now, Wood Elves aren't having the best time kiting. I like Rush Wood Elves. Rush Wood Elves are fun. I'm a big fan. Alright, that being said, fuck kiting, man. Fuck it. If you have something called a Way Watcher in your build, you're doing it wrong and uninstall the game. I hate you. I don't. That's a joke. But still. Crows of Cain. On the other side, 1 Reaper Bolt Thrower, 4 Dark Shards, a front line of Bleak Swords and Dread Spears, and then we have Dark Riders, Cold Wind Knights, Dark Riders, and Dark Riders versus the Tomb Kings. Only 1 Scourger on Chariot is interesting to see, but we do have Big Daddy Malekith up on his Big Daddy Malekith mount. I think it's Seraphon. Is this Seraphon? This is a dragon. Where's the Necrotech with all the constructs, though? I have no idea. Your ego has a very nice elf vibe. Yeah, Ushapti do get the healing. Okay. They do from the passive, got it. Because I knew they did from either the Realm of Souls or the lore of the Restless Dead. But I wasn't sure if it was both or which one it was. Only good kite is Skaven kite. Yes. I can teach you new Skaven. Yeah, just hang around those streams. I'll be playing them as per usual. Okay, 1 second. Okay, they forgot to change the map, but Sabrus said that doesn't matter, so it seems like we're fine. Realm of Souls, yes. Passive, no. I see. All right, yeah. Both opponents agree that it's fine that they forgot the map, and we'll just move on rather than remaking the game and doing the loading screens and all that stuff. So it's just fine. What were we talking about? Sorry, I got distracted by the tournament stuff. Oh, teach you to play Skaven? Yeah, right now, if you want to play Skaven at a high level, you kind of have to play them pretty unfun. But if you play them in a fun way, they're still fine. They just go from being like an A tier faction to being a B or C tier faction. But I think they're more fun to play in that way. But yeah, if you want to win versus honestly, most factions, you want to go 3 or 4 globes, Ikit Claw and his Doom Wheel with Flensing Ruin. 4 Rat Ogres, some Skaven Slave frontline. That's about it. Then you mix and match. But Gutter Runners are good right now. Brood Horrors are honestly fine. They're not great, but they're not bad. Brood Horrors are fine after the buffs they gave them. It's also, Skaven are really fun right now because Lore of Ruin is as viable as Lore of Plague, when it used to just be, take Lore of Plague and get the summons, because if you're not doing that, you're a fucking troll. Now it's like, hey, you can take the Lord of Ruin if you want to blunt a charge and do some damage, or you can take Lore of Plague if you want to use summons to protect your backline, or slow down an enemy army. So, they're neat. We are off, by the way. The Ushabti Great Bows are currently firing at some Dark Shards while a Bolt Thrower is shooting into them, and I am very concerned for the Tomb King's front line as they are running straight into the firing lines of 4 hungry Dark Shards, and these Ushabti will be just paper beneath that withering, armor-piercing fire. I am extremely concerned about the Tomb Kings right now. But, that being said, big charges here from the Tomb Scorpion and the Ushabti, just about to get through the Bleak Sword front line already, almost through it, and once they're through it, they can rampage along the back and stop those Dark Shards. But you can see the menace that I was worried about. Already, one Ushabti is almost down for the count. Now, Cold Knights and Dark Riders are going to have to be pulled in to bolster this front line that is failing way quicker than the Dark Elves had anticipated. And the Crows of Cain getting giant value on the back, surrounding the only Ushabti Great Bow and taking it down, taking it completely out. So very good start from the Elves, but the Tomb Kings, they're on the precipice of greatness. If they can just break through this front line, the game will be over in their favor. But man, if they can't, if they lose their momentum, they will lose the game. We're already down one Ushabti, and Malekith is desperately trying to save his flagging front line. Look at this shit. Look at how quickly the Dark Elves are piecing out. Dark Riders diving in, Cold Knights diving in, everybody just trying to buy the Dark Shards. One extra volley, one more shot to try and save this game. Black Knight is up on the damage value, that does make sense, but if these Dark Shards have to start running, they'll never stop running, and that is a big problem. In the back, the Crows of Cain finishing off the Ushabti, then they can come up and help the front line. Dark Riders are also in mass exodus, and you can see the Tomb Kings are pouring through, trying to get onto something, somewhere, somehow. Now, Malekith has almost killed an entire Tomb Scorpion by himself, and Kotep is standing by with the sad, the surprised Pikachu face as his Tomb Scorpion dies. Sabrus is down on damage value, he's down in the balance of power, and this is his last chance to get back into the game, stopping these Dark Shards. Nekar Warriors pushing up, Ushabti pushing up. The Dark Elves have very little frontline left. They have one healthy Dread Spear and the Crows of Cain. That is it, actually, for their whole frontline. Scourge Run Chariot's running danger low on ammo. And a lot of the balance of power on these Dark Elves is currently locked up in ammunition bars. Those Great Bows are going to die? Hell yeah. Brood Horror is good again? They are. Alright, Malekith is landing on some Ushabti and a Tomb Scorpion, and a big Soul Stealer from him is going to take out both of these units. Wow, plus his splash attacks are just murdering them. This is a tough time for Sabrus. These other Ushabti are going to have to get up here and get involved. The only thing I'm worried about is that the Nekar Warriors are slower than the Ushabti, so they're going to fall behind. And you can see when the Ushabti get alone like this, Malekith just dives on him, does so much damage. He is dunking on these Tomb Scorpions. Tomb King Tomb Guard Archer build is fun. Yeah, it is fun. I think the Tomb King's Archers are a little underappreciated. I don't think they're great, but I think they're bad. Quickly becoming one of my favorite Warhammer content creators. Keep it up, bro. Thank you. I'm trying my best out here. Dark Shards of Ballast are huge on the balance of power. They are, for sure. So, the Crows of Cain trying to block up some Nekar Warriors along with Cold Knight support, but they aren't really doing that much versus Kotep, and they do need to get out of here. Another attempt for the Ushabti to get down the Dark Shards, but with these Dark Riders running in from behind, these guys are already crumbling. I actually think Black Knight does have enough of a lead to keep it together. It was getting a little risky there for a bit when the front line completely fell apart, but a second win from the Dark Elves is all they really need, and Malekith has been a constant, just staple centerpiece. Not having any issues peeling off those Tomb Scorpions. I think that is going to be GG. There's just too much left. There's too many men, too many people. Causing too many problems. This is the land of confusion. Dark Shard's gonna just hammer into these Nekar warriors over here. Oh, I'm ready for it. Give me that juicy value. Oh, that's a lot of dead skellies. You'll have to see it. Shopty's gone. Army losses coming in hot, and even being undead can't save you from army losses. No matter how many Human Boy videos contradict that. Any faction with only one archer unit is almost always bad. Not being able to spam archers is a massive flaw. I do enjoy a good archer spam. Malekith trying to land on Kotep just sends him flying through the desert. I don't think it's going to do too much damage at this moment, but it doesn't really matter. As the Dark Elves just do any damage they can to get this to go into army losses territory so they don't have to bump and grind through Last of the Tomb Kings. There it is. There's the army losses. Cool Umbrella throwing $5. Dude, this is your tournament. Why are you paying me? I should be paying you. And there's not much left to go round. Tell me why this is the land of confusion. Black Knight pulled it together at the last second. An absolutely great series from them. Game 1 was super one-sided in the favor of Sabris. Game 2 was a slobber knocker, a slap fest, a schlappity-doo back and forth, but Black Knight barely clutched out, and Game 3 was a Black Knight stomping. So it was stomp, close game, stomp, and both players gave it their absolute all. But the elves are triumphant. For the love of God, nerf elves. All of them. Fuck them. Imagine if a Beastman got a poison variant of their archers. So many matchups being improved. I can agree to that. That is wine money. That is $5 of wine money. All right, it was a good stream. We had some absolutely amazing games. I am sorry that you had to stay up so much, Black Knight, but you did it. You did it. All right, let's go through the values and then end the stream. Malekith did fine. Cold One Knights did okay. Dark Riders, Scourge Runners did well. Yeah, the value isn't going to look incredible. There it is. Dark Shard's doing pretty good. Kotep was Support Lord. Ushatu Grapos struggled to do anything. Tomb Scorpions got instantly sniped by Malekith. This was just a low-value game for both sides. What the hell? Nothing in this game got any value. How did the armies die if no one did anything? All right. Later, everybody. Congratulations, Black Knight and Sabris, for an excellent finals, and congratulations again to Black Knight for winning the whole damn thing. I am leaving. Goodbye.